Howdy.
Good morning.
Hello.
Morning and afternoon and everything that's in between.
Good evening. Yes.
How is everybody doing today? What are we talking about today? It's been a blur of a week for all of us, I think. For sure.
Yes.
I know this is the first time I've seen Lindy at home this week.
I miss my home so much. I'm used to being home all the time, obviously, before, but now it's just like, I just want to be home today. I'm
Now
so
you're
sick of going out.
now
Yeah.
you're like an elf in Santa's flower shop.
I know. I love it there too, but geez,
It's
it's
awesome.
cold. It's a big shop, very open, and I sit there with my little heater and I'm up and down all day. And yeah, I'm freezing. I wish it was summer again. But no, it's so good.
Been hot here.
Is
Yeah,
it?
it's getting warm here for sure too, huh, Michael?
84 here yesterday.
You guys
I'm
are
just
scaring me.
looking forward to coming to Texas to thaw out. I just wanna It's so cold.
You
Yeah,
You
will.
are gonna thaw out for sure. You're
good.
definitely gonna thaw out. Just don't step in me. That the first puddle you see is gonna be me if it's got a hat sitting on it. I am gonna melt like the abominable snowman for sure. Oh, I was looking around. In the winter here we have jackets and stuff that actually take like a battery that looks like a drill battery. They recharge and you snap it in your pocket, and it's got electric heaters in it, and it heats you in the winter, right? They got little coils in it, and your whole jacket's heated. We got pants that do that now, and we got jackets that do that. Not in
Yeah.
my size, but other people.
Yeah, I think my daughter's got one for when she does the flower market, but I might need to get one now that I'm doing flower market with her. Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that. Definitely
Right,
need it. Yeah.
for sure. And well, what I'm wondering is, do they make one of those
For the air
that
conditioning?
yeah, for the air conditioning? Like, can I get some air conditioned underwear or something?
I think you can
There,
get those little fans that you can sort of stick on the end of your hat. Maybe one of those.
I
Gonna
saw
need
Jeff
a few of
Foxworthy.
those.
I just saw Jeff Foxworthy. He's got this battery powered outdoor air conditioner that it's got a vent that blows on you, and it's like a swamp cooler. So it's a beer cooler slash air conditioner, and it blows over the ice water, right? And it evaporates the ice water. And I'm like, that's got I think that's gonna be my lifeline in Texas. I'm gonna walk around and see if I can't pull two hoses off of that thing and put one in each arm or something. Just be walking
Yeah.
around Texas like that.
It'd be interesting to see if you can cope with the heat better now that you've lost a lot of weight.
That's a
Because I
good
know
point.
at the start, like I didn't survive in summer at all, but we haven't really had a proper summer this year. But I do find that I'm enjoying the warmer weather now. So that's a big change for me. That I'm not liking the cold. I am really feeling the cold, whereas I never used to feel the cold.
For sure.
Obviously not as much
That's
as
how
being.
winter was for me. Yeah.
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 Yeah, I know. I was the same way. It was so funny. Like, I remember people used to take pictures of me because when I was working in the field, I was such a furnace of body heat that I'd go outside and I'm not joking. I would start the day with a coat on when it was like negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Like, it'd be negative, but I'd be working with, I'd have a coat on and insulated bibs and stuff, and I'd be working. I'd get so hot because I was so big working in those bibs. I would take off my hat and my coat. The steam that would come off my head, I looked like there's a cartoon of a cartoon character. I forget what movie it was where he was like he was an evil character in like a dark black robe and a skeleton face, but he had blue flames coming off his head. That's what my head
Mm.
looked like, was steam rolling off of it in the wintertime. My brother used to laugh so hard because the steam coming off my head was
Right.
so
Yeah.
thick. Because I mean, I was cooking, and now I have two heaters in this room because I'm like, gosh, it's nippy.
Yeah. Not liking the weather at all.
For sure.
But I think we'll be okay in Texas. I don't think we'll be too hot there. Like it'll be hot, but not as bad as when we were larger.
Right. for sure. Yeah, that. Who knew?
Now, Kimberly, we got to do a good show tonight. Then, if everybody's watching us,
Who's watching us? Oh, everybody's watching us upstairs. Holy crap! Boy, putting us on the spot now. I got to come up with something funny to say.
Yeah, I think we need a story too today.
Oh boy, I didn't even think about it. What's been going on this week is that I don't know. I opened my big mouth and we kind of came up with a new video form, and that's the steak and butter gang. And I meant, well, anyhow, I just ended up being in that thing pretty much all week. So we just left. I think this is the most I think I've ever been on camera. I've been on camera pretty much like 50 hours or something. It feels like, yeah, it's crazy. So I got to get my head wrapped around what we're doing, but that's basically been, what's been going on. And then, the iodine's still working fantastically for anybody. And this is not advice of what to do, but I'm just throwing this out there that I'm taking 50 milligrams a day, and it is amazing right now for me. There's other people say they have bad effects from it, so take it easy. I'm gonna try anything like that, but the 50 milligrams a bit day has been pretty awesome for me, right?
I
So
do have the Lugol's. I just take it every now and then when I remember, but I did the little skin patch test and it just stays there. So I think I'm okay with iodine. Yeah.
yeah, I should try it, Michael. I haven't tried redoing this.
and now that you've been taking so much, see what happens.
Yeah, I'll do that after the live stream. But yeah, that'd be interesting. I made
Put it
some
on now, and we can watch. We can see the results.
all right.
Yeah.
Put some on the patch of your top of your hand.
Show everybody how to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do a demonstration.
Ta-da. Can I do the model thing? I don't have the hand. So
We got all those people at Kimberly's house watching. You got to do a good show tonight, man.
there we go. Well, boy, nothing like riveting television like spreading iodine on your hand, let me tell you that. So you just make the big schmoodgy. And we're gonna let that dry out. And now we're gonna watch and see how. Now, who knows if this is accurate? There's some people that say it is.
Watch your other finger now because you're gonna get it on your clothes. And there you go.
Ooh.
Right.
Tastes good, doesn't it?
It's tasty. But now,
What's worse, the iodine or the amino acids that you used to take in the powder?
By far the amino acids. The amino acids were like drinking stomach acid for
Quit
sure.
complaining.
Yeah. Well, no, I hear you. I even talked to I asked Ken Berry about this when I was doing this in his group. And I was like, do I need to worry about taking too much? And he said, do you have any kidney issues? And I'm like, no. He's like, then no, you can just pee it out. I'm like, perfect. But the guy before me was, hey, Missy, was complaining about the taste of it. And and so Ken asked me, he's like, how do you get over the taste? I'm like, I was dying 17 months ago, so I don't really care if it tastes like kerosene and cat buttholes. I'm gonna drink it because if it makes me feel this good, there's not a taste it could really taste like that I could think of that I wouldn't take it at, because it really does. Now it's like my morning coffee. Like when I wake up, it's in my head to go get iodine because I know it's gonna just be the switch that turns my brain on. Like no joke. No matter how crappy the sleep I got was, which my sleep's been pretty good, but I've been up late on videos and stuff. And even if I get 3 hours of sleep and I feel like I pull myself out of bed, as soon as I get the iodine, that all goes away for me. It doesn't matter. It's like I got a full night's sleep. It's been really crazy. Like I'm definitely having.
What have you been doing? Just taking it in your water?
Yep. I take these. Yeah. Like I do this and I'll drink this Topo Chico down to about that much. I put 50 drops in there. I swirl it around and I shoot it. Yep. Like you remember when I got that bottle?
Yeah. How many did you go through already?
Oh, I'm already about 3/4 of the way through that bottle, and it was supposed to have like 400 doses.
Right.
Yeah, and it's almost gone. Like I'm already I've already got more coming. I'm like, oof. But
hi, Ron. Carnivore will help you, buddy. Stick with it.
Please say hello to my dad, Ron. Just
Got a pacemaker.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
My mom almost had to get a pacemaker. She was an AFib for 74 days, and we got her. Actually, then we got her on very, very strict keto, and we got her on vitamin B1 nutritional yeast and oxbile and bile salts, and then a bunch of electrolytes. And she actually pulled out of it. They canceled her heart surgery because she came out of AFib. It was pretty awesome.
Amazing.
Carnivore is absolutely the way around. I had congestive heart failure, and I'm not going to say that I don't have it on paper because I haven't checked since I've done Carnivore, but I have zero symptoms of it. I'm off the oxygen. I don't take any of my medication, and my resting heart rate went from 107 beats a minute down to 86 beats a minute. By the way, I was talking to Dr. Phil that's in the SBG gang yesterday in the chat, and he was talking about that, and he said that over 100 is tachycardia, and he said, yeah, you are actively dying when your heart rate's that high. And he said that's what's really amazing, that shows the heart health when it gets down to, to 68 beats a minute. He goes, that's what's impressive, especially off the oxygen, and having my oxygen saturation so high now. He said that was truly amazing. So, and to see Carrie Mann have his heart murmur, I mean, that's a hereditary condition. Have a heart murmur heal up. It's like, man, yeah, I can't wait to get the echo again and see, echocardiogram and see, I want to see it on paper. It's going to be really funny. I also talked to Dr. Phil, and he said he would come on and read our blood results if we wanted to do it. He would do a video with us on here and compare our blood labs too. So that would be huge. He's such a good dude.
You gonna charge us an office visit?
He said he's retired, so he said he'd be happy to. But there's part of me. It depends. Luckily he's more public servant than he is doctor in his heart. So otherwise, I'd definitely expect a bill.
We just need to know which test to get.
That's a good
we
one.
went through that. What's that website called where you order your
own your own labs? Own your labs.
Yeah, there's like hundreds of tests. Like, which one do you go for?
Exactly. They overlap.
So,
yeah.
So we need somebody to tell us this is what we need to order, and that way we can go ahead, do it, and then get our labs read. That would be awesome. So maybe he can help us with that too, just letting us know what we should do, which test to take.
Oh no, Missy, you didn't. I don't think me and you meant that the same way. If you saw steam coming off people in Texas, it's because they're frying. When in the sun, they're gonna look like crackling, poor crackling, if they stay out there any longer. That makes me nervous. Every time I see Missy make a comment about the heat, I'm reassured that I'm just gonna turn into bacon as soon as I get off the plane.
Sizzling.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Temps are down in Texas. I think somebody earlier mentioned what's in Texas. We're going to Hack Your Health, which is at the end of the month, end of next month. Yeah.
Yeah. So to answer your question, we're going to be in Texas.
We are.
And I'm sorry to tell Texas, but your available beef stockpiles are going to dramatically decrease.
Todd's in the house.
Exactly. But wherever they filmed The Great Outdoors with John Candy, that 76er, it's going down. It's going down hard. Wasn't the 76er in Texas?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna say it was.
I think it was. I think the old 76ers in Texas. I gotta put that in the chat if the old 76er. Anybody that knows what I'm talking about. In the great Dan Aykroyd and John Candy, and there's a movie in the 80s called The Great Outdoors. I definitely want to take that down.
Yes, eat meat, be the master, Dr. Robert
Absolutely.
Kiltz. Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, it's gonna be a super good time. I'm looking forward to it. And it's coming quick. We're down to like 4 weeks before our plane takes off.
I know. I'm getting really nervous because I need to buy some clothes. I need to organize insurance. Long list of things to do.
Yeah, I know. I was
quickly.
hoping to be less fat.
Yeah, I think my scales are sort of going the other way. I think with all the stress and
Yeah.
stuff, and obviously winter. I think you said you went into some kind of hibernation mode. I think that's happening to me. So,
I know I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, and it's
mm,
150% real. And it's fine. We just got to get it out of our head. Like that's why I think I said yesterday in the meeting, um I've just come to grips that this is going to be like a 5 or 6 year process, But
yeah,
the beauty of it is that I'm healing every day. I feel better every day, and I don't have any food issues. In fact, if I have a food issue right now, it's not eating enough. You know, that's my only food issue is that it's really easy. Like I have no addictions anymore. Like the food I just ate, I just made awesome. Uh, well, I don't know what's a good name for chicken wings made out of pork instead of chicken.
Pork wings.
Chicken tenders. Chicken tenders made out of pork. I don't know.
it's pork
Porky
tenders.
tenders? Pork and tenders? I don't know. I
Oink
don't know.
tenders. Oinker
Oink.
tenders.
Oinker tenders. Yeah. Tender oinkers.
Tender oinkers. There you go.
Something like that. I don't know. It was delicious. And I thought, oh, I'm definitely eating all these. And I don't know, man, leptin's so strong, and because the macros on them are, and not, I don't count macros, but there's so much fat in them because the tenderloin is not that fatty by itself, but the pork rinds and then fried in tallow just put the fat through the roof, and then I use Frank Red's Hot with butter. So there's fat in the sauce, there's fat in the pork rinds, and there's more fat soaked into the crust from frying it. So it's naturally just super satiating because I was surprised, because I'm doing an OMAD and I wanted to get the food in because right now that was my last meal because now me and Lindy are both. Well, you started yesterday, didn't you?
Today's Monday, so I'm starting to fast today.
That's right.
Yeah,
So it was
also
my
last
Sunday.
night. Yeah, I finished eating at 11 p.m. last night. So
Right. And
yeah,
so my last meal was just then. So my 84-hour fast has started. And
You
so
guys
I
both doing
wanted
what, 84?
Lindy's doing whatever she feels comfortable with, like however, she's
yeah,
gonna do a
just
temperature. Yeah,
yeah. Listen to
and
my body. Once I've had enough, I'll stop. So just go for as long as
absolutely.
I can.
Yeah, and I'm doing an 84, just to put it
Oh, I
on.
guess I'm in and then so screw it.
There we go.
I ate this morning, but that's it.
Well, I just ate. I just finished it. This is my last meal, and I'm this. So I just started literally.
This is the first time I'm hearing about it, so I didn't know you guys were doing it.
Well, you don't talk to us anymore because you're all busy.
Spring cleaning, man.
I know for sure. No, I was trying to talk to you. I know you were busy yesterday, but I was trying to talk to you yesterday because I was going to tell you that. And then I was going to tell you about my cool new dude doing new shorts and stuff on my YouTube channel. I was going to see if you saw that.
I did.
Anybody, yeah, that's awesome. I got a new face. Hey, can somebody tell me how Facebook pages work? Like, so can you add a page to your current Facebook channel, or is a page like having a new channel?
I think they are linked. You can switch between them, but they're separate, I
Right.
believe.
So my friends that are on my Facebook page are not my friends on my new Facebook.
No,
They have
you
to
have to
all
add them.
join you. Yep.
Okay, well, that's be why nobody's watching nothing on my new Carnivore, the Carnivore Cure Facebook page.
Yeah,
So I'll have to get that out there. I'll put that out there because I separated it because my other one was getting full of non-carnivore versus carnivore, and it was ugly, and it just said Todd, and so I had to. I don't know. I don't even know how to get to it because I didn't make it because I hired a dude that does things, and he was like, "Dude, you need a Carnivore Cure Facebook page." So I was like, "Crap."
Look in private chat, open that up, and then save that, and then do
Michael,
that later.
you are a genius. I don't know how you do this. I don't even know how to get to my Facebook page.
And then you can merge both of them together. And then it'll also share your friends list between the two.
See,
Can we
this is-
share the private page? Oh, the page here, your Facebook page, and that
yeah,
way we
if
can
I knew
all.
how to get, let me. Okay, I bet. How do I? Let me try something.
What's
We're gonna
your
do this.
Facebook name?
Would it
I
be
don't
under
know.
the Carnivore Cure? Would
I
it?
think it's under the Carnivore Cure. Yes.
And then we can
No,
all join and be friends.
that
I
would be
actually did that
awesome.
as well. I created a
Oh,
Limitless
sorry.
Lindy Facebook.
It's
Yeah.
the Carnivore Cure podcast is what it's called.
Okay.
My my new whatever social media editor manager dude said, you do podcast, you don't do videos. And he's right, I don't do videos. That's why I don't have videos. And I was like, no, I want to do more podcasts because I don't like making content. Like I'm not I don't make videos. I talk and then they turn into videos, but I don't make video. That's a really hard thing to say when I have like 70 videos on my channel. Like I only have like 8 videos on my channel. The rest are just lives that I did just talking to people. So that's what I wanted to put out there. Were you able to find that, Michael?
I don't use Facebook.
Oh,
Yeah.
you don't use
Oh, don't you? I've got it. Hang on. Give me a sec. I'm finding the tab.
I don't know how you guys know
Facebook
what
is blocked from my whole network.
all blocked for me. That's awesome. Somebody else said that too.
Oh, there should have been a space in there, so you might just have to fix that link. Well, I'm
Right.
following you now.
You need to put a space with between
Yeah.
podcast and HTTP.
So I should put my glasses on. Sorry about that.
Okay.
No worries. Oh, here we go. I got you.
Actually, it's working, so you're good.
It's working? Okay, cool.
It should work. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's why I was like, because he put my short on there. It's like nobody's watching it. I got like one view, and I think it was me. I was like, oh, I must not have any people over here.
Oh, well,
You're
I've
saying-
just liked it, so there you go. You got 3 likes now.
Perfect. I was wondering how I was in such a. Oh, there you go. Limitless Lindy just joined my Facebook. I see it now. That's
Yay.
funny. Oh, thank you so much. But yeah, let me know if you like the shorts and stuff. If you like that format editing, because that's brand new, and I have no idea what any of this is supposed to do. So it's all brand new, playing around with it. But anyhow, so that was fun this week. That's something that's going on. And oh, I had
You had
somebody.
an interview last week too, didn't you?
Did I? Oh, yeah, the Epic Times. I forgot about that. Oh, and you had one. Yeah, Lindy got contacted by him. Did you hear? Did that come out yet?
I don't think it's out yet. Any
Yeah, I
day,
don't.
I think. She said it wasn't going to be too long. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I totally forgot about that. That's how crazy this week's been. But yeah, the Epic Times interviewed us for a carnivore interview. And you know what I really liked about it was, well, I mean, no matter what side of the political aisle you're on, it is a conservative paper, and conservative papers put carnivore in a better light than the more whatever liberal papers or whatever, because they don't really like the beef idea, and so what I liked about it though was the reporter was from she was she was in America, but she moved back to Vietnam is where she was. And so it was very interesting because she was asking me questions, I was telling my story, but she was sympathizing. She said, what's crazy is that you guys, she goes, what kind of interests me about carnivores, that you guys are considered like conspiracy theorists there. And she said, from where we're at on my side of the world, that's laughable, because here it's absolutely well known that when you get away from meat and animal products and you start accepting the high carbohydrates, processed food American diet, she said, we're watching it go all through Asia, and it's just making everybody fat and sick. Like in Japan and China, she said it's just taken off like crazy and everybody's getting fat and sick. And she said the Western culture diet came over here, and we all know what it is like. And so when we see the news in America and the news establishment is calling, carnivores and conservatives conspiracy theory people, she's like, that is so crazy to us over here. Because she's like, we know it to be 100%, truth. That, if the more animal meat, she said more people would eat animal meat if we could, if they could afford it here. That's the real problem in those countries and why the carbohydrates go so crazy, So that was very interesting.
It's for their inspired section. So, yeah, all about inspiring people, I guess, motivating people. And she said that she was going to focus more on the healing side of things. Like our story is weight loss, but it's all the healing that we've got as well. So I'm interested to see what she comes up with for the article. I'm hoping it's painted in a good light.
Me too.
Yeah.
I did a bit of ranting.
Yeah, they talk about carnivore up there. That was when I first heard about it. It was the first thing I checked. Always check how they put stuff in what light they do before you do it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Let's see. Did you? Oh man, Kimberly. Kimberly, remind me, you're in Texas too, aren't you?
Kimberly's in Washington, I believe.
Kimberly's in Washington?
I believe so. West Coast.
Man, Kimberly, thank you so much. People don't ever spend money on me though. Don't ever want anybody to spend money here, but that is so cool. My email address is just thecarnivorecure@gmail.com. Anybody can email me, but thank you so much. That's amazing. But yeah, so that was super cool that the Epic Times was doing that. And that was the only reason why I'm there is because they found Lindy. Lindy's a superstar, and then she threw me a bone.
I told you, taking you along for the ride. I'm not doing this alone.
For sure. No, we are three amigos. We're rising. We're going down with this ship or one way or another.
We got plans.
For sure, big plans, and it's happening. But yeah, but I really coming back to the iodine. Anybody that's thinks that you might have a thyroid issue or whatever, I would really suggest trying it because this has been the most amazing 2 weeks. You guys have probably seen how much energy I've had the last 2 weeks. Like
I've noticed you don't have that cough as well. You used to clear your throat a lot, and that's going.
Exactly. It's completely gone. I don't have
Michael's
any of
got
that.
it now.
Michael's
I got allergies from all the leaves opening up on the trees, and that's what I've been suffering with for 2 weeks now.
And Michael's tired of me talking. He's like, stop taking the iodine.
Need to take some sleeping pills.
I'm excited. Right now, I've been drinking a bunch, so I have fat face again. But 2 days ago, my face got really skinny and then I got really thirsty because I go on these roller coasters of I drink a bunch and then I don't, and then I drink a bunch, and then I don't. So you'll see me after this fast and it'll come off there. But the other last few days, I was looking in the mirror after taking this iodine, and I'm like, oh no. Anybody that's, I love the movie Beetlejuice when he got his head shrunk by the witch doctor on the couch. You guys remember that? He was talking. That's what I was starting to look like because my hat was getting so big. Tiny raisin head because my face was shrinking. It was making this thing look like almost like a sombrero instead of a hat because it was starting to get too big and my shoulders were so much wider. I was like, the rest of this better start losing weight faster so it's symmetrical because right now I look like I got a shrunken raisin like Beetlejuice.
So you're going to need a new hat soon.
I am going to need a new hat soon. That's actually real because this thing it's loose.
Cover up your eyes.
It is. It's falling down. And who knew that we had that much fat on our head? You wouldn't think that your head could get that fat, but I mean, I'm down. Well, even I told Lindy because she bartered it out of me that we're going to trade hats. And I told you that I was 7 5/8, but then I looked at this and this is 7 5/8, and I realized actually I'm probably 7.5 now because my dome keeps shrinking.
Oh, well, let me know. I haven't bought it yet, so let me know. And also,
no worries.
Do you prefer black or did you want the traditional Akubra?
No, you got to have the traditional brown. Like it's got to be the Crocodile Dundee one. Absolutely.
No worries.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. And then I don't need to know because we're going hat shopping live so you can try them on in Texas. Because it's just, you can get whatever brand you want. I'm just saying, resist all.
Oh, so we're
know.
going to buy it in Texas, or you want me to
Yeah.
buy it here?
No,
Can I
you
Uber
got to
it?
buy yours in Australia because that's
Yeah,
where.
that's
Yeah, no,
right.
I'm saying the one I'm buying you
Ah,
because you're getting one of these.
am I?
We're gonna,
Okay.
yeah, we're gonna go to a hat store and because you got to get a resist all one is what I'm saying. Well, you can get Stetson if you want, but or even a local brand. But I'm just saying I've always been part of this. I always wear Resistol. I don't know. Everybody says Stetson, but I think Resistol makes a much better hat. That's just me.
No,
Let's
I'm
see.
easy.
All right, let's get to some of the starred chats here. Here we go. What causes meat cravings? Well, your metabolism going up, in my opinion. So I went from not craving meat to craving 7 pounds a day ravenously. And that was, it's like this is my opinion, but it's like your body's telling you it wants something. And for a long time, it thought you were, in some sort of environment that you couldn't get it. Then you start showing your body that you found some and it just starts screaming at you more of that because it knows that's what, finally identified something that, that it needs. And then your appetite just goes way up when you start kind of priming. And so I went from barely being able to get 1.25 pounds of meat down a day to eating 7 pounds of meat a day. And then I thought, oh, this will taper off. And then 6 months later, I was eating, I mean, I about had to mortgage the house to keep my rib going there for a minute, but very healing. And it's so it's you just need to eat through it and let your body heal up is what I think. What do you guys think?
It's craving, it needs it, it wants it.
Yeah. See, my body was craving all the wrong things. Well, I guess it was my brain wanting all the wrong things. So here I am eating all this food, but the cravings never went away. I was still thinking, where's the next food going to come from? And it wasn't until I ate started eating the meat and feeding that kind of food. And the cravings have stopped after that. Once you're full, your body's nourished, all the cravings stopped. So priming is what fixed it for me and gave me that off switch.
Absolutely. I mean, I grew my eyebrows back, my eyesight got better, my lymphedema got better. I started growing hair in my head a lot, when I was 18. So I don't believe it's all coming back. That would be, I mean, if it does like in 5 years, then holy crap, well, that'd be insane. But I've actually been letting it grow out to see if you guys can see it on camera.
I can see. I see the difference since.
Yeah, it's filling in.
Even the gray is gone. Look at your beard. Look how dark your beard is.
I know everything. The hair is really taken. The hair's got a mind of its own right now. It's doing crazy stuff, and you really can't see it unless I put it in the shadow. But see all that black hair growing? I know I look like a dirty fuzzy tennis ball up there, but that's actually new hair that hasn't grown since I was 18, and it's super weird. So it's unsettling. I know it looks like I'm a 41-year-old newborn infant growing hair. It's not a good look, but it's happening. So.
And speaking of eyebrows, like I had lost half of my eyebrows and I was very eyebrow envious of everyone. As soon as I meet someone, I look at their eyebrows because I was missing half of them. So I actually went and had mine tattooed last year. So now I've got eyebrows again, but the hair has started to come back. So now I've spent $400 on tattooing. I didn't need it. So
you guys have seen this picture. But I was looking at it a little bit closer. 1 second, I'm going to share this. I was looking at it a little bit closer and I noticed, oh yeah, you can see that my eyebrows are gone in this picture. So if you look right here, see how that was gone from there all the way down?
From the side down.
Yeah, I mean, both of them were. Like this one really was from here down. Those were all gone.
yeah.
But the whole third end of my eyebrows are gone. And now here, and that, but you can see that it goes all the way down there.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
Yeah, it's just huge. And that happened when my body was craving meat and I leaned into it and I just gave it meat. And then I got tired and I slept and I thought, oh, this is bad. It's making me tired. We think about things so backwards. It's like our body gets the nutrients and then it says sleep so that we can heal. Let us use this material to heal your body in REM sleep. So it wants the material and then it wants you to rest and it wants you to get in REM sleep so that it can put all the materials to work and it'll rebuild stuff like your hair, your eyebrows, your eyesight, fix cells that are broken. It heals your body. It's super crazy. It's a miracle if you ask me. Kimberly, guys, please say hello to my dad. His name is Ron. He's a new carnivore. He
we
just
had
had
this
a pacemaker. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Well, hi, Ron. We
again.
appreciate you. Congratulations. It's very nice for you to watch.
We didn't forget about you, Ron.
No.
We're just saying hi again.
You're important to us, man.
This one's for Lindy.
So sorry, Jen. I thought it was Behind Meat Sisters and it was you, as I'm on YouTube, but not Facebook. I've told many people about your group, though. That's okay. No worries. It's everybody's group. All the Meat Sisters. We have a private Facebook group just for women, and Coach Emily and I started it, but it's for all of us. So if you can make it, I'd love to see you in there.
I feel jealous, Michael. I think we're going to have to start a group called the Sausage Bros. What do you think?
I know we have a few guys trying to join, and it's like, I'm so sorry, guys, but yeah, we
just
need
put
a
our
place.
wigs on, Todd. We'll just put wigs on.
There we go. It is 2024, so we can identify as sisters all we want. Right. I'm now 3 months tobacco-free Tabasco. I can see what I got on the brain.
Oh, jeez.
3 months tobacco-free and 8 days vape-free. Today I gained. Today I gained 10 kilos, but I finally.
Don't worry.
My cravings are gone. That's incredible.
It's temporary.
Don't worry about the 10 kilos. The 10 kilos are nothing. They'll come off. Being tobacco-free and vape-free is the most important thing. The money you're going to save just in the vape and the tobacco, you can go buy yourself.
Kilo and a pound.
1 kilo is 2.2 pounds.
Okay, so you only gained 20 pounds. I gained 20.
Pounds, yeah.
I gained 21 pounds when I was priming, and that was when I quit a 26-year nicotine habit as well. And I gained 21 pounds. And you know what? After I was done priming and I did my first fast, I lost. What did I lose that time? Was it 34 or 37 pounds in that first 5 days?
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, it was all fluid. It was just from being stressed out. It was all fluid. And it comes right off. So yeah, definitely do not worry about that at all.
Yeah, just focus on the healing.
Yep.
I was want to try the iodine, but I was concerned because I have a mouthful of fluoride fillings. Think it's still safe.
Fluoride fillings.
I take it with mine. I got fillings in my mouth.
I've got fillings, but we're not doctors. We're just talking about our experience.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm trying to really think because I feel like this question was asked in Ken Berry's group and I can't remember. I don't know. I remember what people said.
I can't see why not.
Well, he said that most people are trying to get those fluoride fillings out, but I think it's because that whole thing about the iodine, the fluoride fights the iodine or something, but I mean, I don't think so. I can't think it's going to hurt any worse, but yeah, we're not doctors, but I would definitely try to message Ken Berry or one of those guys and see if they could answer it, because they'd be a better source on that for sure. Dr. Ken Berry has an ebook about labs to get. Thank you very much, John. I appreciate it. I'm definitely going to look that up because I need to figure out what labs I'm going to get here right quickly. And also I'm going to be asking Dr. Phil SBG next week too. So
yeah. He's all in, watching you guys for his first Carnivore podcast. Yay.
Awesome.
So glad you're here, Ron.
Oh no, he's gonna be like, all right, never mind. I'm going back to that sad diet. These guys are quacks.
Chalk tenders.
Chork tenders. I like that. Chork tenders. We could definitely do that. Man, you guys got to try them. I didn't measure nothing. I eyeballed everything, but I just did the pork panko and then I did Parmesan cheese. I used Kirkland brand just because I was ordering at Costco at the time. So I used Kirkland brand of fresh, well, not fresh. It's just not the dried out powder stuff. It's the little shavings, you know.
Right.
But I mixed that in there, and then I did a little bit of Kinder's garlic and salt in there with it, and I just mixed it up, and then I did an egg batter, and then I fried it in tallow because I'm sure it'd be really good in lard too, but I just fried it in tallow, and they were fantastic, dipped in butter and Frank's Red Hot. Oh boy, were those good!
Mm.
As
I wonder
soon
if
as
you could
that,
do like a beef or veal or something like that. Because I'm a bit funny with pork. I feel a bit sick with pork. So
I guarantee you could do it because I've been the next thing that I'm trying. Well, as soon as I saw how good that worked, is I was like, you better believe you're going to see me doing a chicken fried steak now all day long. I mean,
Yep.
sausage gravy and pork panko chicken fried steak. Oh my gosh, can you imagine how that good that'd be? That's one of my go-to breakfast was always a chicken
too.
fried steak the size of the steering wheel on my truck. Man, do you guys have chicken fried steak in Australia, Lindy?
never heard of it. Sorry. Yeah.
My gosh.
It's my favorite too.
Oh,
We'll add that to our Texas list. Do they do that in Texas?
well, they will,
Well,
but
but not going to be good for you.
Yeah, because
you can't eat it no more.
I'll try to get it worked out to where I got the recipe, and then you'll have to try a carnivore version of a chicken fried steak, and I think it'll be good. Because normally what you do is you just take a big, I don't know, what do they use, chuck or flank steak or something? Because it's a way to take a cheaper steak, and then they beat it. Yeah, they beat it down with a meat tenderizer, and then they put it in buttermilk, and that buttermilk also like helps tenderize it. Then they pull it out, and then they put flour and usually pepper and garlic and wonderful seasonings on it, and then they deep fat fry it.
We're going to be fasting here, and you were talking about food. This is
because
making me hungry.
I'm a fat kid. That's why a fat kid like cake. Absolutely. And so, but it's so good. And then you make white sausage gravy, and you put it over white sausage pepper gravy. You put it over the whole thing, and that breading soaks up the white sausage pepper gravy. And then you cut into it, and it's fork tender. Oh my gosh! And then usually it's over a giant bed of mashed potatoes. But we'll do it carnivore style.
Cube steak you can use. That's what I used to use.
Cube steak. Okay. There you go. All right.
Good stuff.
Big Texan in Amarillo. Well, that thing. How far is Amarillo from Austin? Let me know how far Amarillo is from Austin, because if that's not too far, that son of a gun is going down. What kind of steak do they make?
486 miles, Todd. That's not as drive for you. 7.5 hours.
Do I get a t-shirt if I do it? If I get a t-shirt, we're taking down the old 70. I thought it was the 76er. Didn't it sound like this? I don't remember the 72. I thought it was the big 76er or something. No, it was the 96er, maybe.
Yeah, wasn't it? I think it was a 96 in the movie.
Yeah, I think it was the old 96.
But at the Big Texan, it is the 72. I just checked.
At the Big Texan. Oh, well, that'll be my warm-up. That'll be my warm-up. I drink matcha tea. I discovered that if I add the iodine before mixing, the mix doesn't happen. Wait a minute. Before mixing, the mix doesn't happen. Green mud on the bottom of the. Oh, I got you. The tea doesn't mix. I've seen that matcha stuff. What is matcha tea? It looks interesting, but I see what you're saying, that it doesn't mix with the water. That's interesting.
Yeah. Hi, Paulette. Good Sunday evening, Monday morning here. Thanks for the Zoom chat today, and thank you, Todd, for sharing your journey. Yay.
You are welcome. Thank you for coming over. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us in the SBG Zoom chat today. That was awesome. Had a few
had a
NFBs. Oh, go ahead. I don't know my brain.
You go for it. No, you go. You go.
I had a few NFBs, but I did a weigh-in myself yesterday, 27 pounds down in 30 days. Carno. Nice.
That's
Yay.
awesome.
Congratulations. Doesn't it feel good? You know, and also if you just keep going and you can get it dialed down for you and all the cravings go away, then it just becomes the easiest thing in the world, you know?
Mm.
It's for you, Lindy.
Oh, thanks for saying that, Linda. It's tempting to go back to my old ways of thinking, like this diet isn't going to work either, sort of thinking. But it's all, yeah, it's not a diet at all. Exactly. I say this is a lifestyle. This is what we need to do because I know how easy it is to spiral back to my old ways. So, yeah, just see, this is it. This is what I do. And if I do go off plan, it's just one, not even a meal. I just like that one thing that I have and then straight back on the wagon. Like, I'm pretty good with that now.
There's a 72 ouncer.
Well, yeah, that thing doesn't stand a chance. I've sent you pictures with more meat on it that I've eaten, Michael.
Your steaks look better than that. That looks awful. Sorry,
It does
but
look pretty bad. No, it looks gross, actually.
it doesn't look
Doesn't
tempting
it?
at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like maybe that's part of the thing. They're like, we also cook it like shit. You don't win. Like,
You don't want to finish it.
exactly. We
It
thought
doesn't
this was a
tempt me at all.
size challenge, and actually, it's a gag reflex challenge because we screwed it up on purpose. Yeah. Let's see here.
Show us one of your steaks. They look good.
Now let's pull one up. Let's see here. I don't know. This one's pretty good. Oh no, that was one of my blurry pictures. I don't know why that one turned blurry. Hold on. I don't know. This will be an all right picture. This is one I think that looks like the hippopotamus. Hippo steak.
Once you see it, you can't
the
unsee
hippo.
it.
Yeah.
I didn't notice it, and I sent it to Michael, and he's like, "You cooked a hippo?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" Now you
It
see the
does.
hippo.
Look at the little legs.
Little tail.
If you
little
rotate it, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a nicely, and those things. I'll show you the other one. Anyhow, hold on.
I took that off. Don't worry, I got you, bud.
Thank you. There we go. It's a little bit blurry, but that was that steak cut up, and
That's not the right picture.
that one's not the right picture.
It's not in the share.
All right, there we go. Hold on. Dang it. Sorry. There we go. Hold on. I get so tired of this thing. There we go. There we go. It's a little blurry, but that's the one cut up, and also wasn't that, you know, you can see some pink, but there was actually a lot more pink. The lighting was bad. This whole picture, I don't know why it turned out so bad, but that was that picture cut up. But those steaks are 1,000 times better than, that's why I stopped. And everybody that I see on Carnivore now cooks a better steak than any restaurant I eat in anymore, because carnivores make the best freaking steak because they eat.
That's all they eat.
Yeah.
They practice every day. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. So we got it down to a science.
I'm always disappointed when we go out to eat. I order a steak and then I just don't eat it. They always overcook it and it's dry.
Right. They don't get it. For sure.
Yep.
Instacart has a deal on Costco Business Center meat. $2.50 for 10 pounds. $2.50 for 10. You mean $2.50 a pound for 10 pounds, or $2.50 for 10 pounds of 80/20?
Probably $2.50 a pound.
Yeah,
that's a great deal.
That is a great deal. That's fantastic. That's really good. Thank you, John. Does anyone have advice on cooking a 2-pound London broil in an Instapot? Google it. It says 1 cup of beef broth. Pressure cook on high for 25 to 30 minutes plus 10 minutes natural release. That is out of my ballpark because I don't use Instapots.
Yeah, I don't have one either. I just use my slow cooker.
I make a 4-pound chuck roast in my Instant Pot. I put 32 ounces of beef broth in there, season the meat up, drop it in there on top of a riser, and then I cook it for 90 minutes.
That sounds delicious.
And then the natural release, you got to do that. Let it completely natural release till all the pressure's gone. That's when the meat gets real tender. If you let the steam out, the meat will be tough. It's amazing.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm opening a cup of Chico.
Just-
1 second. Well, but those things, they are atomic. They love to overflow and they have the pop-offs. I was arguing with my cardiologist about carnivore. He said the world is too overpopulated for carnivore. What do you mean? Unsustainable. Oh, unsustainable. Oh, your cardiologist is saying is worried about the sustainability of the planet. That's what you want in your cardiologist, is a little bit of indoctrination and political ideology. Why government push for processed food? Maybe he was saying that's why. Okay, I get it. I might have been reading that wrong. Your cardiologist was trying to back you up, it sounds like. Now,
He says the world's too overpopulated for carnivore and it's unsustainable.
right,
And
I
that's
know.
why, yeah.
I think, but why would he say that out loud? I feel like he was saying that's what his cardiologist is saying, is that why they're pushing against carnivore when they know it works is because the world is overpopulated. I think I don't know. Matt, tell us what you mean.
The world is not overpopulated.
No, listen to Jordan Peterson. He's about the smartest guy on the planet. I don't care what anybody says. Listen to the guy, and he will tell you that we're only going to get to about 9 billion, and then that's going to correct itself, right? So that's what I who knows? And it's not like he's God or anything, but as far as people I listen to, I just think that his that guy's arguments for these things is the sharpest of anybody I've ever heard, is what I'm saying. Let's see. Glad to see y'all today. I just had to buy pants. All right. And have already dropped from size 46 to 40, feeling better. Feeling better, good about it so far. Yeah, absolutely.
Great job.
Joseph's only been on there for a little while.
Absolutely, man. You're killing it, dude.
That's awesome.
It feels so good. And just just keep enjoying that and keep remembering how good that feels, because that's what keeps everybody hooked, Yep.
Remember how you felt it went to 46 size waist.
Yeah. Remember how you felt when you were 46 size. You couldn't sit down without, having your pants cut into you and all that stuff. I mean, man, is that a good thing to remember.
They admit they need to kill some of us off. Best hunter wins.
Exactly.
It's coming.
Yeah, it is like the Idiocracy meets Hunger Games, right? They're trying to see if we're stupid enough to kill ourselves off by listening to them, almost, quite honestly.
Keep researching and following carnivore journeys. What you need to hear, you will find. For me, I have to rotate fat sources and use more salt instead of electrolytes. Just got iodine helping. Yeah. Everyone's unique, and you just got to find what works for you. So there's no point following Todd or me or Michael. We are all different, and we need to just find what works for us and go with it. But yeah,
right.
I couldn't have 50 drops of iodine. It wouldn't work for me.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this all the advice you hear is just a spectrum of a rough direction to start in, but you kind of got to find your path that works for you, that fits you, that's sustainable for you, and that your body reacts to, right? Because we're all off. I mean, even me and my brother, gosh, I get so annoyed because he has so many health problems too, and I have so many health problems. I'm like, dude, this is the greatest thing ever, this iodine. And he's like, He takes 3 drops of me. He's like, gave me vertigo, feel like crap. I don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're related, right? And so we are so different, you know?
Everybody's body's different, man.
Yeah. And
Absolutely.
we keep evolving as well. So what works for you today may not work in a few months' time. So you just need to keep adapting. So
No, I could come on here and have iodine orange retinas or something and be like, all right. So 50 was good for a while. Then I hit a peak.
How's
yeah.
your hand? Show us your hand now.
Oh, good point. Gone.
Wow. It's
Oh
almost gone.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gone. That's how fast I suck it up. I didn't even notice how long. That's why I think the 50 works for me, because I think I was,
You're definitely low.
yeah, because I
your
mean,
tank,
we
because
did that probably 15 minutes, so that was 45 minutes at the most, and it probably, but I mean, there's not even a, I don't know.
see it just a little bit. You can still see it, but
Yeah,
yeah,
mine just
Shadow, actually.
mine. If I haven't taken iodine in a while, it'll be gone in a couple hours. If I have been taking it, it'll last 48 hours before my body absorbs it.
Well,
well, I washed mine off in the shower the next day because it was still there. So
Yeah.
I obviously don't need it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, and that brings some validity to that iodine test, because you guys both, it sits on you for forever,
Yeah.
and I can't keep the crap.
And I've been taking it now for a long time. I've been taking it for about a year.
Oh,
So.
yeah. I've only been taking it for 2 weeks, and I seem to be short on it.
Hey, you must really be low.
Yeah. What did I miss about iodine? That's so funny. I take 50, and this is just me. This is not a suggestion. I'm not telling you to do it, but I like a video that was put out by Ken Berry and Dr. Brownstein about iodine and what doses they're using, which are very, very high, way higher than the label says to take. So this is not, I'm just reporting what I'm doing. What I'm doing is I'm taking 50 milligrams of it, which is a suggested dose on here is 3 milligrams, and I'm taking 50. And it's Lugol's 2%. This one is the Earth's Harmony one brand. But I really like this. In fact, people are telling me, well, you should do J. Cruz because that's what everybody does. And I'm like, I feel so good on this. I don't know why I want to change.
Stick to what works, man.
Yeah, because it's working. But I just appear to be like crazy low on iodine, apparently, because this thing is working so great. I just, when I first took it, 2019, I'm going to make it quick, but 2019, I took testosterone replacement therapy for a little while until I found out you could get dependent on it. First shot of testosterone I took, I got a headache, but when I woke and I closed my eyes for a little while because I had like a migraine from it. When I opened my eyes, I could see in like high definition, like colors were bright and vivid, and just everything. It was like somebody turned the contrast and the brightness up on my eyes. I could see everything in crazy vivid colors. Everything wasn't so pale and gray anymore. It was crazy. Then I stopped taking TRT because I wanted to do it naturally. And then anyhow, I got into carnivore. Things did get better. But I just started taking this iodine 2 weeks ago, and the first time I took the iodine, the same thing happened. My vision, it was like I was seeing in high definition. I could see vivid colors and stuff. And then since then, I bumped it up to 50 milligrams because I started slow, trickled up. And now I just have crazy stamina, energy. My mind works better. It's just somebody cranked up the amplifiers on me, and I'm just running at a lot higher pace. It's crazy. Now I use it like an energy drink or something. It works fantastically for me. And my head's getting tiny.
We've had this one too. It's the fluoride fillings.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
My head shrunk so much I can wear a ball cap and had to change my CPAP mask, right? I know. You know what, big man? That's actually funny because I don't need my CPAP anymore, but I still wear it because it puts me to sleep, right? Like the process of hearing that thing blow air into my nose, that something about that tells my brain it's time to go to sleep because I've gotten used to it. But that little dang thing has been whistling because my face is getting small. Yeah.
The air escapes. Yeah.
Need a smaller mask.
Yeah, because I need to change the mask too because I keep losing air here and I keep losing air here and I keep losing air down here. And I'm like, what is going on with this thing all of a sudden? And I didn't think about that until you just said that. I think it's because my face is getting bony. I don't have enough pooch to seal it off anymore. That's kind of funny.
Do you think you're going to stop using it? Like if you're not
I do,
needing it?
I don't need it. I like it.
Mm.
I only do it because it puts me to sleep. Some nights I don't use it if I'm so tired when I go to bed. Like if it's been a long day, I'll just fall asleep as soon as I hit the pillow. But if I'm having trouble not sleeping, I put it on because it just tells my brain that it's time to sleep. But then when I wake up, I have pulled it off in the middle of the night. I pull it off. So I only put it on to make my brain go to sleep. But when I wake up in the night, it's sitting over there blowing air in my ear because I took it off at some point in the night when I was sleeping. So I really don't use it at all anymore. And I used to use it with oxygen pumped into it, and I took that off about 6 months ago. So I haven't had oxygen pumping into it for forever. And
Mm.
then and now, then I was using it, but then I keep finding for whatever reason, I think I breathe better on my own now, and so something must bother me about it in my sleep, and I keep pulling it off my head in my sleep now.
I
So
still have visions of Cosette giving you the Dutch oven.
exactly that, and that'll never happen again. God. Well, I'll have Mark, my video guy, make a short of the Dutch oven sea mask public service announcement. It's something that everybody should be aware of for sure.
I'm a month into Carno and I'm down 27 pounds so far. Sometimes I have decent energy and other times I feel exhausted. How do you keep your energy level up?
Man, it was just a roller coaster for a while. You know, Raymond, Coach Raymond at the SVG talks about that too, that everybody gets used to that first 4 months of energy and then they get bummed out. But I think just longevity of it. Your body goes through so many ups and downs, and it just makes sense to get into a group so that you know what to expect and what's happening to you. But when your body's going through all these healing and metabolic changes, sometimes your body doesn't want you to have energy because sometimes it wants you to relax and go to sleep so that it can heal. Sometimes your body's detoxing, like oxalate dumping. It's making you sick and it's making you tired. And you think it's a bad thing when actually you just got healthy enough. Your body's like, hey, we can finally get rid of some of this toxic sludge we've been hiding from your organs so it didn't kill you. Now we can actually get it out of here, you know? So you've been putting some toxic crap in you for quite a while and you don't even understand. We don't even understand all the favors. I used to be mad that I was fat, but now I realize one of the things fat does is it saves you from being poisoned. Like you see a lot of slender people that eat bad like we did, and they take it really bad. They have autoimmune diseases, they get cancer, they have organ failure, and I think it's because their body didn't have any place to hide it. It didn't store it in the fat. But we have a lot of oxalates and poisons and just toxic shit in our fat that our body, as it gets healthier and has a healthier immune system and it feels like it's in a good spot to deal with it, it'll oxalate dump, or you'll just have a little bit of a little cleansing and you'll have a bad day. And I didn't realize that before. You'll have a headache out of nowhere, you'll feel crummy for 3 days and not sure why. You'll wake up and be tired, you won't sleep good, have weird dreams. Might even, I was mad because, I don't know if I told you guys this, but somebody made a great point. When I got COVID the other day, like a month ago, somebody was like, and I was like, I was so surprised that I got COVID because I don't get sick anymore. As a carnivore, I don't get sick. I was like, how the heck did I catch COVID when I'm doing so good on carnivore? But somebody asked me, they go, well, were you oxalate dumping? And I'm like, so as soon as I said that, my legs had been itching and I had a rash on my stomach and I had a rash on the back of my legs because it was dumping oxalates. They said, yeah, the only time I get sick now, and it almost welcomes it in, is if I'm oxalate dumping when there's a cold around. Like that's the only time I catch the cold is when I'm ox dumping now. And I was like, you're right. I'd been itching like crazy. The back of my legs, side of my legs, my stomach were itching like crazy. I even had one of those oxalate crystals come out of my forehead. There was a weird little bump on my forehead and I was scratching it, and it wasn't like a whitehead or anything. It was a little crystal thing. And I looked it up and they said your skin will push oxalate crystals out of your pores. And I was like, so I was definitely ox dumping right when I got COVID. I'm like, so that's because I was feeling bad. I'm like, carnivores don't get sick. What's going on? And then somebody goes, you do if you're ox dumping because it drops your immune system, right? And so
it's a shock to your system.
It is. It's quite the task on your immune system when you're ox dumping. So you could be low on energy for a ton of reasons that are all good things. It's not always a bad thing when you're low on energy. It's just a metabolic healing process or something that's going on.
I just want to put this picture up here. Here's what that steak really looks like. That's 72 ounce.
Thank the Lord. That I would eat. That I would eat. That looks good. I don't even think it'd be a problem. Like I don't even think I would, it'd be close. Do you have to eat anything else?
It's the sides too. You got to eat the sides that come with it.
That's the problem, because the sides I won't be able to eat because they're not going to be carnivore.
Then you're going to fail, bud.
Well, unless I can have them replace it pound, ounce for ounce with meat.
More meat, yeah.
Yeah, and I say, look, I'll pay double if I lose, but bring on the meat. Take it down.
Yeah, it's a loaf of bread. It's a baked potato, a salad.
So is that like a challenge? You eat all that stuff and you get a free T-shirt.
And the meal's free. You get the meal.
And the meal's free too.
A lot of times they'll have a cash prize too if you eat a big enough one.
Wow. Okay. I'd like to watch that.
Oh, I'd take it down.
I'll sit there cheering you down.
Yeah, those people don't know who they're messing with.
Can we live stream? We'll do that and we'll live stream it.
That would be funny, actually.
Then you'll have your whole cheer squad here with you.
Man, if I do that, I'm gonna have to reprime for a week so that I can make sure like I'll be, because I think realistically I can eat 5 pounds of steak in a setting, and I could probably train it to 7. I can eat 7 to 8 pounds in a day, no problem. But I think I could put down 5 in a setting if I was ready for it. So how many? 72, so 36. So that's just 4 pounds. That's only 4 pounds of meat. Depends on how much the sides are. If there's 2 pounds of sides, that's another, 36 ounces. So that'd be 98.
I'm sure if we talk to them that, get rid of the sides and just have steak. Just have the meat.
Yeah, I think I could take down 6 pounds of meat. I don't think that'd be a real big deal. Might have to line that up. That'd be pretty funny. They're gonna get. I'll tell you what, that Brazilian barbecue joint we're gonna go to in Austin's gonna be sick of us. We should tell everybody. We should do a reprime the week before to get our metabolism and getting game day. Brazilian joint. See if we can watch their stock prices tank in real time. Did I just?
You did, yeah. I was gonna fast on the way over, so I don't eat any crap on the plane. So
there you go. Well, when you get here, we'll fast for a little bit, and then on the last day, on some of our screw around days, we'll have to go do something like that. That would make a pretty fun live stream.
Yeah.
Oh, you go for it. I'm gonna go through these other ones.
I just purchased a commercial meat slicer and a commercial dehydrator. Going to make beef jerky and dog treats. I think it might be the same thing. Well, yeah, it's good enough for puppies. Good enough for you. You got to, feed them the best.
That's funny. That's awesome, though. Let me know how that works. I'm thinking about after Texas of getting a meat slicer to go with my grinder and sausage maker and stuff. I think that'll be funny. Hey, Craig. Gray beard is getting darker again. It totally is. I'm starting to look like in fact, I don't know that my beard's ever been this dark, to be honest with you. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I wish Carnivore would do though? One bad. This is okay. This is a con to the Carnivore side.
We have a guy attempting it right now.
Oh my gosh,
Is this live?
This is live, man.
Wow.
that is awesome.
Can't zoom in, can you?
What is his? What can you see the sides?
It's a salad. It's baked potato. It's a loaf of bread. I'm gonna see if I can zoom in a little bit.
Like I would eat the salad, you know, if they really wanted me to. But
Just
the loaf of bread and baked potato, I wouldn't eat, and I wouldn't eat any croutons or anything.
You
But
got
I'd
60
fight.
minutes to do it in. Huh?
Oh, you got an hour to eat that in? Oh
you
my
can
gosh,
do that.
I got time to eat it, digest, and eat another one.
You can get me t-shirt too.
You could take a nap. Yeah, just take a nap in between.
I could. I don't think they know how fast I eat.
We're gonna leave this guy on during our stream and see if
Yeah, let's
You
see
can
if
do
it
it.
happens. That's hilarious. That's awesome. I like it. I want to see how he does it because I mean, he's not even cutting the steak against the grain. He's making it harder to chew. Yeah.
That's a thing. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh yeah. The reason why I cut all my steak like I do is because I cut other people's steak. For when I make somebody's steak, they go, "Why'd you cut my steak?" I'm like, "So you don't cut it wrong." That's why I slice their steak for them before I serve it to them, or else they cut it wrong. Yeah, I would kill that thing. It's just these 2 plates of meat is all? Just those
Yeah, it
2?
looks like
it,
it.
it,
Yeah.
don't look that bad. It don't look that bad. I'll be honest with you.
No, I would kill that thing.
I used to be able to finish an 18-inch pizza deep dish by myself.
Right.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
and I don't know if you ever know how thick one of Chicago deep dish pizzas are. They're like this thick and 18 inches. So that's not.
Yeah. No, take
Now,
that
today,
down.
I don't know if I can do it.
Oh, I can do it. I think yeah, I think we're gonna have to do something
My
like that.
stomach has shrunk a lot since.
Yeah,
And I'm sure yours has too.
for sure. I want to do a video explainer of my channel about priming for fasting. What are your 3 key tips can you suggest? Eat.
It's not easy.
Yeah, eat like you literally have to eat like you're working out. Like you're not gonna like it. You're gonna be like, "Oh, this is great. I got to eat 3 times a day and I got to eat a bunch of food." No, means that you're eating when you're not hungry, and what you're gonna find out is that you get miserable because you eat ahead of hunger in a way, and then you don't feel hunger for a while, and then it's a miserable thing to never be hungry. Like to eat when you're never hungry and to keep eating, it becomes a tasteless job. And you kind of have to do that until your metabolism kicks in. So it's kind of weird. But then you'll see the tide turn once you start doing that. And then you get kind of ravish for meat. So yeah, it's just eat a lot until you don't want to eat till you're hurting or sick, but
No.
you want to eat till you're stuffed, and then you don't I mean, what do they say, Lindy? Don't wait till you're hungry again. Try to eat ahead of the hunger.
Yeah, don't let your tank drop below half. Always keep it above half.
Yeah. So just keep going at it. But so yeah, that would be the 2 things. And then eat on a schedule. Like when you do that, you're gonna actually have to like set a schedule because you can't do it willy-nilly. You're gonna have to like get up to eat. You're gonna have to find time in the day to make that work, or you're never gonna get it down and you're not gonna get it done, So you got to push it. And then number 3 is join SBG. And you can see for real, because it sounds easy, but you can really hurt yourself and put yourself down the wrong road if you do it half cocked. And you can gain weight and not know why. Like you need a lot of guidance from people that have done it. And that's the real thing. And like, we get people think that we're just trying to sell SBG memberships. It's $30 a month. I get nothing for saying that. I get nothing from telling you. Lindy gets nothing for telling you. Michael gets nothing for telling you. We don't even have an affiliate link. We are members over there, and we are now admins over there, and we don't get paid anything to do it. We donate our time because we believe in that place. We really do. So I'm not trying to sell you people anything, and I know that it's $30, but this came up in the open forum the other day, and some people think that's a lot. Some people don't think it's much. For some people, it is a lot, and I totally
People spend a
understand
lot
it.
of money just on coffee they used to drink.
They do, and
Yeah.
some people can't afford to spend money on coffee, and some
I
people can't
I
afford,
understand.
and I understand it too. But what I do want to say is this: that I got off of $650 a month in medications by priming, by eating carnivore and priming and doing those things. I was off medications in the first 5 months of carnivore, but I was stalled and going backwards when I found SPG. That's why I went there, because I was under eating and I killed my metabolism. So I've stayed carnivore, being in that group, being in this community. I don't know, uh, what may have happened or not if I would have kept going down with a bad metabolism and not knowing that I was under eating and needed to prime. I don't know what would have happened because I didn't start that way. Lindy started there from day one. Did you get
Yeah.
off any medications, Lindy?
I didn't go to the doctors, but I was in a very bad way physically.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely have improved there. But I should have been on medications. I just didn't go to the doctors.
Well,
I
and I
just wanted
haven't
to.
gone to the doctor either since going there. And that's kind of my point. I look
Mm,
at these groups, and I'm not just in SBG. This is another thing. I'm in Ken Berry's group. I'm in Dr. Baker's group. I'm in the SBG group and a few others. And I do that to support the groups. And I now look at those fees, like they're my doctor's visits, they're my copay. And that's what keeps me healthy. So I'm just saying, I've never, people see the costs that we talk about of meat being expensive and us going to these places. Well, I don't go to a gym anymore. I had a I had a gym membership that I really just had running because someday I was going to go there. Someday I was actually going to get to the gym and do something, but I actually didn't make it there. You know what I mean? And so I had a long time of that stuff, of those type of things that I would put there in place to try to get myself healthy. That never worked. I bought a lot of diet pills and programs and Jenny Craig things, and joined other groups and stuff to try to lose weight that never worked. Uh,
yeah,
and and then I paid a lot of money for medication that never worked. So now I'm happy to pay $30 a month at SBG, and I think I pay $20 a month at uh Barry's thing, and I think and you can pay up to 50 at Barry's too if you want the higher one. I picked the $20 one. I know that Anthony Chafee's is $100 a month. I know that I'm trying to think of her name. Kelly Hogan, hers is
Kelly
$50 a
Hogan.
month. Yep. So
Mm,
it's all right there, and they're all kind of all over the board. But to me, if whatever one, even if it was $100 a month, if it gets you off all your medication, gives your life back, that's a really cheap doctor's bill in my point of view. Like, I mean, there's not a better deal than to, to get to talk to Ken Berry about medical things for $20 a month. Once a week, I get to talk to him if I raise my hand quick enough. It's really hard to get in. You got to be on the ball, but you can talk to him for a minute and ask him one medical question. But for $20 a month, that's an amazing deal. For all the support that you get at SPG for $30 a month, I think that's an amazing deal. And so I just wanted to put that out there. And the reason why I was on the tip of my tongue was because that's been coming up lately. And I just want to know people to know that's why we recommend it, because we're not making any money off it, but there's a huge value for us personally that we get out of it.
yeah. I struggled for 6 months trying to do carnivore on my own, and I couldn't. And that's why I signed up with SBG Gang. I actually signed up for coaching. I consider it an investment in my health. Yeah, I was spending food money on takeout and all this other crap food. And instead of doing that, I put it into some coaching, and that's what helped me get through. And I did sign up for 8 months, and then I thought, I've got all the tools I need. I can do this on my own. I'm doing really well. So I left the community, and then all those thoughts kept coming in because, in the real life, everybody's like, oh, just have one of this, one of that. Just you've got to live a little, and all these thoughts kept coming into my head, and I just felt myself starting to slip again. So I jumped back in the community, and I've been there ever since. But you just need that constant reminder, having people, like-minded people around you that keep you on track, and just being able to talk about food and compare stuff. It's really, really good. He's still
Absolutely.
going.
He has finished the baked potato and he has finished the salad. Now he's just working on the steak.
And am I reading that right? Is he? Oh, he's been at about 14 minutes and 40 seconds. Then, okay.
Why would you fill up with potato when you've got all
have
that
to.
meat in front of you?
You got to eat it.
Ah,
Yeah, but I wouldn't have started there, but because all that starch, that potato, man, baked potatoes used to sit heavy on me.
I
Hey,
reckon
you
he's
got to
slowing
get
down.
dessert too.
Yeah,
big piece of cake.
Do you?
Yeah. They don't
That
mess around.
dude.
That's why they put you in this. They lock you in this area and they watch you. The cooks are right behind them. They watch. They watch you don't cheat. Because I bet you it's well over $100 for that meal.
He's going too slow, man. You can't be he's
yeah, he's slowing down. He's not going to do it.
He's starting to think to himself, why am I doing this?
Why am I here?
So if you don't finish it, do you have to pay for your meal?
Yeah.
Yep. You do.
And everybody else is in the restaurant too.
No, just his own, but that's funny. He's but yeah, he's already, his cadence right now is already bad. It's like, oh man, you look like you're quitting already and you're only 14 minutes into it.
He's got 45 minutes. He's good. I'm telling you.
All right, we'll see.
He's got this.
We need Todd, we need Bella and Dr. Baker. You're all big meat eaters, all on that table. How
it'll
cool
be
would
over.
That be?
Yeah, when we're done, we're like, oh, this was a challenge.
That was entree.
Yeah, I was getting ready to order my meal. Do you have do any of you use a CPAP? My AHI some weeks will be in the zeros, then bam, it'll go up to 9 to 11. Yeah, mine was like 43, and then now I look at it and I don't even know. It'll say 0 most of the time, so I have no idea. I don't think I even need it, to be honest with you. It literally, you know, I used to, when I was a kid, I would sleep with a box fan because the white noise would put me to sleep. And now that sound of the whooshing air by my ears puts me to sleep with the CPAP. That's why I use it. Do you still use one, Lindy, or?
I never used one. My grandmother used to have one, but yeah, I never went to the doctors. I had sleep apnea because I knew the symptoms, but I just didn't use one.
Yeah, I
don't use mine anymore.
When I put it on, my head goes, oh, bedtime, and then I just go. It just wakes me up.
With the sound, I use brown noise. I have an Alexa by my bed, and I'll say play brown noise, and that's what I listen to at night. Because I'm in an apartment, and we got people that like to leave TVs on all night.
Right.
And you can sometimes hear that, and that drives me nuts. So the brown noise blocks everything out.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I have Scott snoring next to me, so would you call that brown noise too?
That would get annoying.
For sure.
I know, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you have a Facebook follow page? I only see one to add you as a friend. I've got Limitless Lindy is a Facebook page or profile, and then we have the Meat Sisters group where we've got a community of women. So I think, Michael, have you got a link there for Meat Sisters? Yep. Yeah, but feel free to add me.
Right on.
Thanks to you all and the wonderful conversations you have every week. I now have a vibration plate. Yeah. And I'm using ACV to support digestion and help with my blood sugars, helps with cravings. Fantastic.
Awesome. That is so good. Let us know how that's going. We really do want to hear an update of what you think of the vibration plate. And also, if you or help, if the digestion is working with apple cider vinegar, if you're noticing any more energy when you have it, any of those things, or whatever you're finding out, it'd be great to have the feedback. So glad to have you.
Having trouble giving up fruit and transitioning from strict keto to carnivore, I feel somewhat less inflamed with pineapple and crave bananas.
Yeah. Doesn't Raymond have a thing about the banana thing?
Yeah, I think for oxalates, and if you need a banana, have a banana. You can do a lot worse with it, but why do you want to be strict carnivore? Just
Yeah.
not everybody needs to be strict. If that's what you need to do and you feel better on it, then have the banana. But
And
someone like me, a banana would cause those cravings to come back and me to spiral back to my old ways. So for me, I need to keep it tight.
yeah, I think it's a telltale sign if you start letting yourself have bananas and pineapples, and then you start eating more bananas and pineapples than meat. Because
Yeah.
I'm just saying that was a sign that I had on keto when I was doing it. I believe me, my favorite fruit, my all-time favorite fruits, I don't think there's a better one, is cold pineapple out of the fridge. Those pineapple chunks you let sit in the fridge for 2 days, and on a hot day you eat that. I could eat 2 gallons of pineapple chunks. I love that so much. It was like God's candy. But when I was on carnivore, I was like, okay, I can have a little bit of or ketovore or whatever. Keto, I was, I read one of those things about oxalates. Oh, or not oxalates, oh, what do they tell you there's in blueberries? Antioxidants. That we needed some antioxidants. So I was eating blueberries and then a little bit of pineapple. And then pretty soon, just within like a day of deciding I could have a little bit of fruit, I was eating more fruit than anything else every day. I was like, oh, never mind. I'm being a sugar junkie and I'm just using fruit to do it. So if fruit is your sugar craving, and that's why it is. But if it doesn't send you off the rails like it did me, then that could be good, be just fine. My dog's barking. I hope you guys can't hear that.
No, she's quiet.
Oh, thank
Just
God.
your annoying voice.
Well, my picture's on the thumbnail, so you're gonna have to put up with it there.
Great content. I recommend watching the lymphedema show from last week. Very informative. That was our best live stream ever, I think. I enjoyed that so much. Dr. Leslyn Keith, she was phenomenal. So we're going to have to reach out to her again. I think I've got another bunch of questions ready for her to go. So she was amazing.
Yeah, and I 100% agree across the board. That was our best live stream ever. So we appreciate it, and we stay tuned. We're going to do it again.
For sure. She's very generous with her time too.
It was awesome, for sure.
72 ounces as a warm-up. That would be my ticket to the ER. Mine too. I wouldn't be able to physically put that much down.
Well, stay tuned. You're probably going to see it live, so it'll be an easy one.
Yeah, we'll be filming. Yeah.
Right?
That cardiologist. Yeah.
Exactly. You must eat the steak and all the sides. This is Charlie from the group.
Oh, I think if you ask for 2 steaks, then forget the sides, we might be right. I'm sure they'll do that for you.
Yeah, I think so. Well, what's a potato weigh? Half a pound? Maybe a pound?
Yeah.
So, if we said, give us another 30 ounces of steak. You got through the plate.
He's on his second.
He's got it. He's got 30-some minutes left. He's got it.
And I know, but
not that hard.
So why would you drink? He's filling up his stomach with fluid now.
Yeah, if you watch all the competitive eaters, they always drink. They flush.
Do they? Oh.
Yeah.
Watch a hot dog competition.
But if I drink first, I can't eat anything.
Well, yeah, this guy doesn't have a lap band.
Well, If he did, that's a whole. You just made a whole new sport. Lap band competitive eating.
It would not be pretty, Todd. Let me tell you.
No, it would not.
5 minutes, people would be throwing up like crazy.
Exactly.
Listen.
Man, yeah, he's making me nervous because his
Yeah,
gestures are abrupt. He's
35
He's-
minutes.
I know he's
he's
got 35
full.
minutes, but his gestures. So, all right, if I was playing poker with this guy, he's sitting far away from the table, which means he doesn't, and he's shaking his head. He
Yeah.
doesn't have interest. He just cut it. He just gave up. See that? He just gave up.
I don't know. Or they were asking him if he wanted something.
Okay, we'll see what happens. We'll see if he takes another bite. Because in poker, when you sit this far away from the table, that means
Because
like
it's look at his belly. His belly's full. Yeah.
Yes.
He's
Oh.
going.
he's going.
I say he's got it.
All right, let's
No.
see what happens.
You want to put some money on it, Mr. Betty Man?
Oh, I wouldn't bet
minutes.
against him because I could if you put my back against the wall, I could probably get 2 of those down in an hour. So no, I feel like he should be able to do it, but his posturing and his mannerisms show that he's not liking where he's at. Like he's not enjoying this anymore for sure.
No. And he's wiping his mouth every second bite and
He's not feeling good. And he's not enjoying this, but he's just resolved to work.
I'm gonna call up over there. I'm gonna see if I can get this guy on the air.
Let's do it.
do
That'd
it.
be
Go,
hilarious.
Michael.
That'd be hilarious. I'd love to see it.
I'm watching you live on YouTube.
I'm sorry. What is the importance of what again?
Probably the iodine.
Iodine.
Oh, the
Yeah.
iodine. Oh boy. I mean, it's something like 96% of your cells need iodine to function.
And it's very important for your thyroid.
It's huge for your thyroid, which is what I think. And also, I didn't know this. But Dr. Phil said that he thinks it's having an effect. I forget that if he said that it's a known thing or that it's doing something, but probably, yeah, it must be a known thing if it's 96% of your cells. But he said that is must be affecting my testosterone, right? So it's having an effect on the hormones. So, but for me, and also you'll get like a thyroid goiter. If one of the signs of low iodine is you get a thyroid goiter, which I was having a hoarse throat every time I'd fast. I was clearing my throat. I kept coughing when I'd lay down at night. I would have like a Charlie horse in my throat right here, and I couldn't figure out why. And that's what made me. I saw Dr. Barry's video about goiters and stuff and being low on iodine. So that's why I started taking it. And sure enough, that is completely. And you guys could probably, if you went back and you listened to some of my live streams when I was doing this, I was always coughing and clearing my throat and hoarse. It's completely gone. There's no discomfort there at all. And then the energy and everything, and just feeling good, just feeling like my battery's charged again. It was like I was always running on a battery at 30% before. It's crazy.
Yeah. So who's a specialist in like thyroid function? Is there any doctors out there? Is it?
Oh, isn't it Dr. Bright?
Dr. Bright?
Yeah.
Love to talk to her. Yeah. My mum had a goiter. She had hers removed. I've got thyroid problems. And one of my daughters, Catherine, she's got thyroid issues as well. I don't know if my grandmother did, but it seems to be one of those things. Love to learn more about it.
That'd be super good to talk to him about it.
Mm.
Oh, Charlie says Barry has Common Sense Labs ebook. Common Sense Lab book. Okay. I'm definitely gonna check that out. Because I have to do that very shortly.
Has anyone heard of Dr. George Flecker's research on inflammation, especially lipedema, and his theory that it's related to an iodine deficiency? He calls it a goiter of fat cells. Blew my mind. I haven't heard of that.
I'll tell you what, the way this iodine has been a day and night different, I might be a giant cluster of fat cell goiters. Because might be a 500-pound mass of fat cell goiters because I'm feeling fantastic. And we'll see what happens. I'm moving weight again too, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see what happens, but this has really been day and night different for me for sure. So, but I'm gonna Dr. Fletcher's. I'm gonna have to remember that so I can read that. Dr. Fletcher's. Let's see. We were 1 hour 37 minutes, and I'm making a mental note when I have to come back to remember what doctor it was. Dr. Fletcher's. Okay.
Drive through the Midwest and you'll notice thousands of acres of land being used for government subsidized corn and soy crops. We have plenty of land for more meat if we could use it right. Yeah.
I agree.
It's
Yeah, they just
sad.
don't. This has nothing to do with population control for the planet or being bad for the planet. Oh, he already quit. Oh no,
He's done. He's done.
He quit.
Yeah, he quit.
He looked like it when he backed away. Like when you see
Yeah.
Price.
somebody back away from the table like that, like you put the room in there. That's like subconscious for I don't like what's here. When people do, like when the flop comes in poker, if somebody does that and they're not posturing, some people try to posture.
Yeah, or he'd order bluffing.
Right. They could be bluffing, but that trust me, when you see it, it's a totally different feel. But when people naturally do that with a little bit of real disgust that you can't hide when they do that, they're putting space between them and the thing on the table that they don't like. So when poker, it's the flop. There it was that steak. It was making him sick. He did not want any more of that steak. Also, I was just thinking we're gonna have to find out if they use seed oil there because I'm not eating a 72-ounce seed oil putrid bomb either.
And a shrimp cocktail as well.
The shrimp cocktail goes with it as well. I got you. Well, that's funny.
Well, we just take our own butter or tallow or whatever you want and ask them to clean their grill, cook it there in front of us, and then eat it.
Yeah, I will find one. I'm sure.
Hmm.
I know that in the great outdoors there was they called it like the old 96er or something, didn't they? Somebody that can remember in the great outdoors. I think it was called the old 96er. Oh yeah, we already did this one. Sorry.
Yeah, it's 96-ounce steak. Old 96er. Yeah.
Yeah, now that's more up my alley because I think that's starting to get.
It was John Candy that was in it.
Yeah, John Candy and Dan Aykroyd were in Great Outdoors. John Candy ate it, and I think
it's not real though. It's not a genuine dish served at any restaurant, so it was just in the movie.
Dang it!
So 72 is the biggest you're going to get, unless there's something else out there. There could be, but there's no 96-ouncer.
That's awesome. That's awesome, though. Fine, we'll settle for a mere 4 pounds of meat and whatever of sides. Yeah, I have to hear the air flowing too, Todd. So I got an app on my phone. Adjust the volume. It helps so much. Bedtime fan. Yeah, absolutely.
And instead of doing the fan, do brown noise. See how you like that.
Definitely will. I don't have an Alexa though, but I have a phone I could probably pull it up on.
The phone's got it too. They're all over the place.
Right. Oh wow. Granny Carnivore joins one of us. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, I think she joined us because she did it twice. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Wow, thank you.
Thank you so much. I am going to be, I don't mean to speak out of turn. I am going to be doing live streams for the members only. I just got remonetized so when I got my driver's license back. So that's why I lost my members section. But now that it's back, I forgot that it was on, honestly, and you guys are awesome and people already joined up. So, but I'm going to be starting to do a once a week live stream in there and just do a members only Q&A in there. So I sure appreciate you guys.
Fluoride fillings release fluoride over time. Iodine competes with fluoride for absorption. Many health advisors recommend iodine over fluoride for prevention of dental cavities.
Wow, that's awesome. So I think that means that it's actually good to take iodine if you have fluoride, if I'm reading that right. Huh. That's interesting.
When I was truck driving, I'd park at one of the truck stops near the Big Texan and they go pick you up in a limo to go eat there. Wow.
Wow, that'd be awesome.
Here's all the rules they have for it.
Do not need a reservation for challenge. attempts. When you're ready, sorry, my camera's in the way. When you're ready, we're ready
We're
with
ready.
challenge attempts available during all regular business hours. 72-ounce steak. Dinner challenge includes shrimp cocktail, baked potato, salad with roll, butter, and of course, 72-ounce steak. Yeah, that thing, I would murder that thing, but I don't want the other crap.
I think that's just one plate. There's 2 plates of that.
I don't know.
So yeah.
Well, whatever. It's going down. I
And
mean,
then here's all the rules they have.
okay. And my camera's in the way. Eat an
Entire meal must be completed in 1 hour. If any of your meal is not consumed, swallowed, you lose. Before the time starts, you will be allowed to cut your steak and take 1 bite. If the steak doesn't taste good or cook to your satisfaction, we will start the time upon acceptable approval. The time will not stop. The contest is on. Once you have started, you are not allowed to stand up, leave your table, or have anyone touch the meal. Will be disqualified if any assistance you in cutting or preparing or eating your meal. This is your contest. We do not have to eat the fat. Well, you don't have to eat the fat, but that's like the best part, though.
Right.
Should you become ill in the contest, you lose. You were required to pay in front, up front. Let's see what else. You do not win. You could take the leftovers home. It's only $72, so it's not that bad for a 72-ounce steak.
We're gonna try to double this, baby. What do you win? What do you win if you win? Does it say that?
You get the meal for free.
Right, but you don't get a hat or a shirt or your picture on the wall of fame.
No.
I'm not eating a baked potato if I don't get a hat.
You just get bragging rights that you did it. Take a picture and show the empty plates.
Oh,
You get a steak for free.
I don't know. Well, I'll have to think about that. Somebody needs to come up with a dang full-on carnivore challenge in Texas. That's what we need.
So do they have one of these places in Texas, or do we have to travel?
It's 7.5 hours away.
That one? Is there another one in Texas?
Well, that one's in Texas, but and you mean in Austin, and there's probably one.
Oh, sorry, Austin. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's probably one closer. Yeah. And you're doing a fabulous job too. Such wonderful discussion and information. Thank you so much, Carnivore Granny.
Thank
Carnivore.
you.
Appreciate it so much. B-Dog.
I want to get off my meds. Yeah.
You can do it.
If you could.
You can absolutely do it. All right. I'm really enjoying SBG and meetings. All the great kind of folks. Makes me feel like I'm not alone on this journey. Carnivore saved my life. Absolutely. I mean, you are echoing my thoughts exactly, and that's why we did this new group, is because we keep saying it, but we all know that we are a tiny group in the world right now. Everybody thinks that the idea of just eating meat, I mean, even a lot of us that are doing it still, I don't anymore, but a lot of people that are still new to carnivore still question their own sanity, right? They go, oh my gosh, what am I doing? And so it's just so hard to fight the commercial propaganda when you get out, when you're on your own, and everybody around you, your doctors and commercials and the grocery stores and your friends and peer pressure and all the restaurants they're all stacked against you, so it's really good to stay inundated as much as possible, not out of brainwashing or something. You got to make your choice what you want, if you want to give this a shot, and if you believe in it, and if you do, then you got to stay in the community to remind yourself why you're doing this, or people try to steal it from you all day long. And that's the way I look at it, and that's what we're trying to do with that too. So yep. I mean, plus all the cool kids are there. Lindy's there,
and Michael, and you, of course.
Exactly. We're all there.
I joined SPG almost a month ago and I'm loving it. It's great to see you guys there, and I love the live chats. I heard about it originally here on this channel. Thank you.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as somebody that heard it here and went there, uh, what do you really think? I think that you know that the community there is unlike no other, and
Mm,
I think most anybody that goes there will see in it what we see in it, which is that it's not a big sales pitch. It's not, it's not perfect. It's not a magic wand. It's not going to make you carnivore just because you joined up. It's not going to
And
do it
it
for you.
right. You have to
no.
do it yourself. And it takes time. It's patience.
It is, but and also it is drinking from a fire hose. It is a ton of information to absorb. There's a lot there, but the people there is what makes it, and the support that you get, and that you kind of have to settle in and make that a little bit of your home, so that you can get into that group and you can start getting in that rhythm, and you can start doing things and actually changing habits in there. That's what it does for me, for sure.
And they're just real everyday life people. No egos, no nothing. I've been in a lot of communities and I just didn't feel that same vibe that I do at SBG. They're just a bunch of lovely people. They really care. They're very friendly. The whole community is. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Oh man, I just saw we got a super chat. I got to go say hi to Adam. Driving home with Carrie from South Carolina. Just wanted to send you
Hey.
guys and gals some love. Uh, can't hear anything, but I'll be watching. Thank you so much, Adam. You guys check out Adam at Carnivore today. Him and Carrie Mann are on the road. Carrie Mann at Homestead How, and they're out doing the Lord's work, and they are filming for the Healing Humanity documentary. So, you guys, if you could definitely check out Carnivore today, Adam, and go subscribe to his channel, and Homestead How, Carrie's channel, and then check out Carnivore, healinghumanity.movie, and
Yes.
because it's amazing. And we are meeting Adam and Carrie in Texas in just 4 weeks. We're getting
Yay.
we are getting
Excited.
filmed for the Healing Humanity documentary. We're going to be doing something real special together. You guys will be hearing about real soon, and we will be getting that advertised. And yeah, really excited. I mean, it's going to be awesome to meet Adam and Carrie in person after a year of watching them on the YouTubes.
Now, looking forward to it. It'll be great.
Absolutely. It's going to be so much fun. I mean, they're working so hard. Every time I talk to Adam and Carrie, they are driving across the country somewhere, filming, driving all night, putting hours in. It's crazy. They're doing an awesome job. It's amazing.
It's hard to be away from your families too. So, yeah.
For sure. Missy, my SBG membership is non-negotiable at this point. I
Yeah.
agree, Missy. Absolutely it is. So that's incredible.
I joined but must have short attention span. It was like an AA meeting, so I stopped. Yeah, you need to put in the work if you want to make the change, but yeah, they can't do it for you.
Right. Yeah, it's tough, Sandra, but I get you. Some people, it depends on if you're kind of if you're an introvert or an extrovert, some of the extroverts have a little bit more they want to be out doing stuff and not be in a online chat group. So I totally get that too. But if you're the kind of person that needs to kind of keep your mind in it, like I did okay at first until and like my resolve was set because I was dying. So I didn't care what anybody said. I didn't give a dang what somebody said. Nobody was talking me out of it. But I didn't know what I was doing either. So I underate, and my reaction was to eat less, and I didn't know that, and I really did hurt my metabolism. So I was right there with everybody. I was like, I don't know, need no stinking support group. Oh, I don't need no, diet group. What the heck? I'm gonna figure this out. And then I got there, and the first meeting I was in, they were like, somebody brought something up about not feeling good when they eat chicken. I'm like, yeah, exactly. And then somebody brought something up about rendered fat going through them like a fire hose. I'm like, yeah, I can't eat melted fat. And then somebody brought up that, yeah, you don't eat the rendered fat, you eat cold fat. And so I tried that and it worked. I'm like, huh. And then I realized, okay, the power of this is that this is a giant think tank where people, non-biased people, have a lot of really good information. And if you just sit in here, you can give some of the information to somebody that needs to hear it. And while you're doing that, you're going to find out you're going to get a piece of the puzzle that's been missing, and it's going to fit for you. And you're going to go, a little light bulb's going to come on. You're going to go,
Yeah.
that's why. Okay. That makes sense. And you start piecing this thing together, and it's almost like you're putting on some sort of carnivore armor in a way, and you're just adding new links of armor on every day when you're doing that. That's how I think of it. And I make little increments that make me healthier, more efficient, and I just build this massive amount of tools to use every day and to start navigating this thing. And I just get stronger and things get easier. I don't know. That's the way I see it, though. But especially with the new chat group that we're doing, the open chat forum, that's been really handy. A lot of really good information's been coming out of that. What have you thought of it lately, Lindy?
Well, it's a little bit early for me. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. So I did jump on about 6 this morning. It was still going and I loved it. I loved the format. Everyone, like people that haven't had their cameras on, had their cameras on. So I actually could see faces. And the fact that they were feeling comfortable to share experiences, it's something I could definitely have benefited from at the start. Just having, sometimes the groups can get quite large, and these little intimate sessions they're just beautiful. So I love it.
They're super
So
helpful too.
yeah, I'm hoping they change some of the time slots so I can attend a few more of them. So yeah.
Yeah, well, it's going to start to grow later and later for sure. I love the chat with Leslie last week. Hope to have her back sometime. I
Yeah.
think so too. I really hope we can make her. So we're going to be reaching out to her again here shortly. And also, we have a request that I'm trying to get a hold of that butcher dude that
Oh yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
so let's see if we can't get him on too. So for sure.
I think we should do that one in Texas though, because then he can cook for us.
There we go. That would be better. That would be better. I do not eat fruits more than once a year, and I don't crave it anymore. Awesome. That's awesome.
With anyone with like edema had any success with their Retavite machine?
It's like a vibration machine.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, we've all got vibration plates and we love it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I had 36-inch calves when I started this thing. So yeah, I mean, I use it all the time for sure.
Yeah. How much protein do you guys eat in a day? I used to drive my coaches crazy because I'd say, "Tell me, how much protein should I have? How many grams of fat?" And they'd just say, "Eat until you're comfortably stuffed." And that was all they would say. Don't stress about it. So it wasn't until I listened to that advice and I let it go. I have no idea how much I eat though. I just
I eat
eat.
between 100 and, well, I mean, some days when I'm not hungry, I don't force myself to eat anything anymore. I just listen, but I do know where I'm at. And the minimum I eat is 120 grams of protein a day. Where my happy spot was between 150 and 160 grams of protein a day. But this is at a 2-to-1 protein to fat ratio, which is what they also call 80-20. 80-20 by calorie, 2-to-1 by gram. And right now I'm overeating protein, but I'm doing it for this express benefit of eating 36 eggs a day for the hormonal boost for my testosterone. So when I eat 36 eggs a day with a little bit of bacon in them, because let's be honest, you're not eating eggs without bacon, right? You gotta have bacon in with the omelet. So I'm getting close to 300 grams of protein a day, which isn't it? It's a pretty silly amount of protein. That's a lot of protein. Like that's more like I should be an Olympic lifter to be eating that kind of protein and justify it. But I'm not doing that for the protein. I'm doing that for the DHEA and the egg yolks is why I'm doing that. But ideally, I like to eat by about probably it average out about 140 grams a day. However, I also fast half the week. So it's not that out of line for me to eat 300 grams of protein in a day because when I fast half the week, that's coming down to my average that I want to be at anyway. So, uh, yeah. So I think when I do that, my body's kind of wanting to be in that average anyway. So, but anyhow, as a rule of thumb, you're supposed to eat about zero point 0.6 to 1.2 grams of protein per pound of lean body mass. So, not your current weight, but your ideal weight minus your body fat percentage. So, your ideal weight's going to roughly be, whatever a TDEE calculator says, and a healthy body fat percentage is around 18 to 24%, roughly, sometimes depending on carnivore. Raymond's like 23, 24% body fat. And so you would deduct about 24% of your weight as fat. The rest is your lean body mass. And then you do 0.6 to 1.2 grams of protein per pound of whatever that lean calculation comes out to. If that makes sense. I hope that helps somebody because people ask all the time and I never know if that helps or not.
Yeah,
I
I find
eat
it
till
too
I'm full.
complicated.
I
Me
don't-
too, Michael. It's too hard, isn't it?
I finally, it's not hard once you understand it, but and Lindy, because you got the fancy scale because you like to keep track of numbers. And that's why I ended up starting to do that because I wasn't figuring that out and then doing it. I did what felt right. And then I tracked it by figuring out what I was doing is all. And so by figuring out what I was doing was when it was working, that's what I started tracking. And that's what I just noticed where I was at. And then I put it in correlation. So I got the result that I wanted first. Then I backward engineered it to what these calculations did. And that's what I found out was kind of true, So yeah, for whatever that's good with. A question, help. I'm going on vacation soon and my daughter has made all the plans. The whole itinerary is surrounded by where we are going to eat. Tips.
Mm.
Tell your daughter, eat up, and you'll see her at Pogo de Chow. Is that what that place is? Pogo de Chow, the meat place.
Yeah, it's hard when all your activities revolve around food. I would try to eat before you go. The more you eat and the fuller you are, you're not going to cause as much damage if you do have something there. Just order an entree size, the cleanest options you can find, push the veggies to the side of the plate and just eat the bits that you like. But if you go hungry, you will fall off. I know I would anyway. So just fill up and have your sparkling water. Drink
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely like it for sure.
There he is. Hey, Scott.
Hi, honey.
Howdy, Scott. Let's see. We got to get some iodine. I do recommend it. It's working for me. But also, man, I'm just so I get so excited. I hope it works for everybody like it works for me, and then like it just doesn't. And for because everybody's so different. So test it out. Don't buy like 12 bottles of it or anything. Buy one, start
No.
slow, and see how you feel.
Yeah, but do your research. There's a lot of videos, Dr. Berry. A lot of the doctors have videos, and just learn a bit more about it before you jump into it.
Here we go. I didn't see your follow-up question.
Maybe once a month, I might put a little bit on my steak, but I don't take it every day. I don't need to, I don't think.
I take maybe 6 drops a day. Mix it in my eggs.
I take 50 milligrams a day, and that's a lot. And I had to work up to it, and don't do what I do just because I do it. That I'm doing it because I like the information out of a video I saw. Ken Berry and Dr. Brownstein about a week or two ago put out, probably 2 to 3 weeks ago. And that's why I'm doing it. But it's working for me. But like like the little test, if that's real. A lot of doctors are, Ken Berry and somebody else said that's not a super reliable test, but I do think because they're saying there's that your skin. I like how Michael says to do it, where do it to get a baseline, then take it, then do it again. Because what they're saying is that people's absorption rate in their skin normally based off of if their skin's dry, if they have oily skin, all of these things play a difference. But if you can try to like wash your hands, get it to a certain point, then do something to start a baseline and whatever, maybe that makes a huge difference, I would think. Because I would think you should be able to find some relative baseline if that was working, So, but that's very interesting.
Before I started taking it, I did it on my hand, and it absorbed right away. It was gone within the hour. So I know that it works for me. Now, is it going to work for somebody else? I don't know. You have to try it and what it does for you.
Definitely working for me.
During your live, I learned from Dr. Keith that I'm not going to buy a vibration plate because of my knee replacement. They can mess with shaking up the metal plate in your joint. Not for me.
Absolutely. That's awesome. That's why we got to get her back. That's why these conversations in between the stupid jokes, good information
Sorry.
that we come out or that comes out of these conversations. I'm loving them.
And this is like a community. I mean, it may not be SBG, but this is our community. We have all the same people here, and we're learning from each other. We've all got different journeys, so it's good
Like
to help
John
each
here.
other out.
Absolutely. Yeah. John's always helping out. Iodine helps regulate hormones that impact cognitive health, which may help improve cognition. That makes sense because that's why I love it first thing in the morning. I've been saying it's like the on switch for my brain in the morning now. It is incredible. And let's see here. Studies have shown that iodine supplementation can help reduce pain and tenderness associated with fibrosis or fibrostic breast disease. Oh, wow. Iodine acts as an antibiotic that helps the body fight infections by improving thyroid activity. That's cool. I definitely feel like my thyroid activity is improved. For sure. Finally, iodine helps prevent hypothyroidism, a condition characterized by an underactive thyroid gland. Well, I think if you look up hyperthyroidism in the dictionary, you're going to see this face.
Yeah.
That's what really kicked into gear when I started taking iodine was my thyroid, I feel like.
Well, I have hypothyroidism. I'm on medication, but then the iodine test, like it doesn't sink in. So that's why I'd love to talk to Dr. Bright or someone and a real doctor
That's
because
awesome.
I'm not getting any help from my doctors at all.
Right. Yeah, we should try to make that work out if we can touch bases with her.
Love to.
What are the schedules like at SBG on Pacific time? What time is this? What time is it right now? Pacific time.
Pacific time would be 5 p.m.
Oh, 5 o'clock. So everything would be an
2
hour
hours.
earlier,
right, for you
than me. So a lot of their stuff is going to be on at your time. Would be on at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Or no, sorry, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 2 o'clock, or 9 o'clock. They seem to do stuff my time at 10, 3, 5, and 7. So that'd be all an hour before. And then now we have, and they do about 8 calls a week. Plus now we have a new daily open forum call as well. So plenty for all the family where they do fasting classes, they do priming classes, they do
Sugar addiction.
Yep, sugar addiction.
Plus
They
all
do
the
NSPs,
doctors come
all the
on. Yeah.
doctors
Yeah.
like Chafee, Hampton,
Kilts.
Baker was on there. Kilts, Rebecca is another deal, and then I don't know, just a bunch of doctors. What was it? Dr. Vardia? Was that who was there or no?
Dr. Hampton was there recently.
No,
Chafee.
the cancer guy.
Siegfried.
Yeah,
Dr. Siegfried.
Siegfried. He was there. I mean, awesome lineup of the specialists and the doctors, and then Carrie Mann and Adam were on there. Were featured on there a while back about the healing humanity, so that was a lot of fun. And me and
you also-
Lindy, you'll get to see us smiling in there.
You also got to remember too that they have the playbacks. If you don't catch it live, you can always go back and watch the replay.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, all the calls are recorded too. Yep, exactly. So, yep, good times.
I feel welcome in SPG, and it helps with the motivation and understanding. I have been really struggling in my first month, and after my birthday slip, it has been hard sticking with it. I need it though. Yeah.
Absolutely. We've all slipped. I slipped roughly for 29 years. Oh, trust me, you are in welcome company, takes a while, but the difference is the things that you were slipping on before for a long time, and you kind of get used to that. You almost sabotage yourself because you got so used to that on the standard American calorie restrictive diets that I always say, how long can you hold your breath? Because that's what those diets were like. Was like, your doctor was telling you eat in moderation, which was like, go hold your breath. And if you fail to hold your breath, well, then you are a glutton. You have some food addiction problem that's mental or whatever, and it's nuts. But on carnivore, the thing is, yeah, you might slip, but you just keep getting back up because you get stronger every time, and you get a little bit more fat adapt, and you start to heal. And then you learn how, you start to heal. And then when you do slip, that cake hurts more when you eat it. Like you get sicker and you get swelled up, and you go, oh, I don't like this swelling. And so it kind of starts motivating you because you see this huge contrast day and night. And you're like, I don't like this swelling in my joints and the pain and the hard time breathing and stuff. So I don't know. For sure.
I think there's only one big Texas place, like 8 hours from Austin. Okay.
What is this world coming to? If that doesn't tell you that we're all getting fat when they take away the food challenges because they can't afford them no more because they're no longer a challenge. Because we all lost leptin sensitivity, and now everybody can eat themselves, stupid. We're killing the tradition of big Texas challenges.
So do they have those Texan restaurants where you've got like a mechanical bull? So you can do the mechanical
You're
bull
thinking
ride
of a bar. You're
Oh,
thinking of a bar.
is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they definitely have mechanical bull bars.
I want to see Todd do the challenge of riding a bull while eating a 5-pound or a 6-pound steak.
Michael, Todd has lost 270 pounds, which means Todd will get slapped in the face with his own belly if he was on a bull, and you'll see Todd knock himself out with his own navel. So Todd would not be riding.
That would make a great short, Todd.
That would make a great short, and it would also
go viral.
It'd go viral. But I don't remember when I saw my own ass snowboarding. Yeah, well, I'm gonna see like my own underside of my jowls if I do this now because I got too many floppy things going on. Maybe once I get the skin surgery so that I'm not such a unstable danger to the public. I mean, I could hurt kids on that thing. Things could flop out from nowhere. Innocent people might be hurt, Michael. My daughter has been on me for years about not eating enough. I couldn't figure out why keto and intermittent fasting OMAD wasn't working for me. I just learned about priming and began this week. Oh, congratulations. That's awesome.
Yep.
Absolutely. No, I think you're gonna like it. Definitely stick in there in the old adjective, but we're gonna repeat it anyhow. We all hated hearing it when we were doing it, but trust the process, and it's okay to
Yeah.
hate Raymond.
Oh, yeah. We've all wanted to punch him a few times.
I'd slap him in the face with a piece of meat
No
for
more
sure.
meat.
Exactly.
Yeah. Holy cow. I just went and looked at older pic of Todd, and all his facial hair um,
I know.
is brown, not grey.
It was. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. The hair all came back. The gray is going away. You you can't see it too good in this light because I got filming lights on me, but there's a lot of hair growing up there that hasn't been there for 20 years, basically. That hair's coming back, and my eyebrows grew back. Like all that is new since priming. That all grew back. I didn't even know that was a sign of hyperthyroidism, but apparently it is.
We should
So
bring up one of our very first live streams and just do a comparison. I haven't gone back and looked at those for a long time.
that's true. We should do that one that I had to edit for about 12 hours because I wouldn't stop talking
Yeah.
under that
Oh
video.
God, yeah. Yeah.
We should look at that one.
Snap Michael. I do 6 drops a day of iodine works for me.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I'll never give up and will never stop. My brain feels like for the first time in 40 years, I could learn things, thinking of getting the school books and seeing if I'm what I'm capable of doing now.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
I know what you
Yeah.
mean. You know, I don't know. I never talked to doctors about it or whatever, but I know I had the symptoms of being dyslexic before. And I still have a little bit of it, but I'd always read things exactly backwards. I'd spell things backward. I'd always swap the two letters that were beside each other or the end and the beginning of the letters. I always would do that. Or when I was spelling something, I would always start with the second letter for some reason. And I guess those are some classic signs of dyslexia. Also, when I look at words, for some reason, sometimes they're just fine. Sometimes when I look at them, they just look like a jigsaw puzzle that I got to put back together for a second. I know it's whatever that is. Seems to go with that ADHD stuff, which I think had uh, symptoms of what do they call it? I think I was a little bit on the spectrum stuff, but it's all gotten quite a lot better since Carnivore when that stuff started coming down. So I feel you there for sure.
I'm finding Carnivore easier than keto. Yeah, less choices makes it easy for me too.
Well, and it's yeah, less choices because all the keto options can get you in trouble. Like it's really
Mm,
easy to get off track on keto, and it's funny because we do it because we think mentally that carnivore is too restricting, but it's actually the restriction that's so freeing to just be like, I eat like these 5 things. I mean, it took me a year to use the panko pork rind crust thing, just because I'm so everything's really fine and it's working good that I'm not really pushed too much to eat too many of those things, but it's still nice. Also, a much I can think better so I can do things quicker. It did not take long at all this time to make all those chicken strips today. I was pretty happy with that,
mm,
because I did it live and it only took like 35, 40 minutes. And that was it's kind of a lot of doing, really, because I had to heat up the oil and everything. You know what I mean?
yeah. But life
Yeah.
earlier was restrictive. We couldn't do anything. And now look at us. We've got our life back. So if I just have to eat meat for the rest of my life, count me in.
I know you got a new car, you're driving. I got my
Yeah.
license back. I'm driving. We're getting on planes. We're flying around. Holy crap, we're doing things. We're
Yeah.
going big places. Let's see. Granny's so true. We had the low fat stuff drilled into us for so many years. I tried to do everything right, but kept gaining weight for every year. Absolutely.
Mm.
I definitely know that story. We all do.
I don't even feel like drinking anymore, mostly because I don't feel it the same like before. Yeah.
Yep. Josephine, I wonder if you had anxiety, because I found out for sure that anxiety was the driving culprit for all my all my addiction and all my kind of compulsive behavior, I found out that was what was driving it, because I got rid of all that stuff. I didn't drink, but I chewed and had caffeine and all those things, and I was nicotine and all that stuff, and that all went away.
Yeah, we don't ride our kangaroos either, so.
I'd like to see you ride a kangaroo. That'd be kind of funny. That's got to be right, like riding one of the mechanical bulls. Those things look ornery. They look like they kick you. They stand on their tail and smack you in the forehead with those big feet.
Oh, yeah, we see them on the news all the time attacking dogs and all sorts of things, but I think I did a little live stream in our Meat Sisters group, because I drive to the shop every morning to help my daughter out, and there's like 60 wild kangaroos on the side of the road just grazing. So I took a little video of them. They're just so cute. But these are little grey ones. It's those big reds that you need to watch out for, but they're up in, I think, the top end.
Big reds look like rhinos on the
They're
back.
huge.
And they
Yeah,
look, I mean, they
huge.
look like they're juicing and lifting iron just before they came out there. I mean, they're all just like ripped muscle.
When they stand up, they're taller than you. So yeah, but we'll go and visit the kangaroos when you guys come to Melbourne. I'll take you down to Ella just got a job at the wildlife park, so we'll be able to go and cuddle some koalas and play with the kangaroos.
That'll be awesome.
So, yeah.
You just got to promise they're not going to poop on me. I hear they poop every 3 minutes.
Oh, the koalas do, yeah. Yeah, 200 times a day or something, she said.
Right, that's crazy. Guaranteed, if you hold, that means there's like an 85% chance you're getting pooped on if you hold one for a minute or something.
Start your timer.
Exactly. Wait till it goes and then hop in there.
My turn now.
I appreciate it so much.
Thank you, Josephine.
We appreciate the help.
I had a cup of tea for the first time in months, and the pain it caused was unbelievable. Never again. Oh, wow.
Oh.
Wow. That's crazy. The oxalates are real.
Yeah, see, I'm fine. I love my peppermint tea. I like that hot drink, and I'm okay with it. So we're all different.
First episode right there.
Oh, my gosh. Look at my rosy cheeks.
You were pretty rosy.
Somebody told me I must have had high blood pressure or something, because I was and it was just the nerves. That's all it was. I get very red, but I don't obviously have that anymore. Yeah.
Oh, but you can see how much darker Todd's hair is, though.
Yeah. Yeah, my beard got way dark. I don't know.
And his face is a lot skinnier too.
Yeah, I got to show you
both of yours. Yep.
Yeah, Lindy's is Lindy's skin is way better now too. Let me pull something up here. I was going to show you this. I'm sorry. Hang with me. Let's see how I can do this. Adam had this on his channel. We did an interview 6 months ago, and his guy was making some shorts out of our interview. Let's see if I can share this screen. Oh, stop sharing. Oh, you already did. It's this one, Michael. The one that says I don't think. Oh, that's great.
No, we're not seeing that, Todd.
Oh, you're not seeing it?
Oh. I just see three shorts, but it's not playing or not. It's not.
Okay, hold on. I'll play it now.
No sound.
Look at that fat face. Look at that chubby son of a gun there. It's like, woof, man. I saw that, and you can see this was just before October, because that's a Copenhagen chew in my mouth right there.
Yeah.
Yep, had a lipper in. And then look at all my chins.
I want to see you with that shirt on.
No. Okay, I'll put that shirt on next week, and we'll do it then, because I still got that shirt. And it's just like, holy buckets.
Because look at how your neck was filling out the collar.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. And this is one of my older shirts too. And these are my suspenders that keep my britches up that I hide. These shirts are swimming. Like when they drop, it's pretty funny. But yeah, that shirt's gonna be huge. But look at that neck. Holy smokes on that neck. I look like my neck
You were
was
all
trying to
you
eat.
were all neck, yeah.
I was, my neck was trying to eat my head. But and see how much more proportionate my head was to my hat back then? And now I look like I got a shrunken raisin head in this hat. It's a problem. It's a real problem. But yeah, when I saw that pop up, I was like, woof, man, was my face really that chunky? Look at that thing. I had me some hog jowls.
But it's rewarding sort of looking back at this and seeing how far you've come. Like, how proud of yourself that you've done this?
You know
Like,
what's really amazing too? Is this happened because this was 6 months ago. This happened in the 6 months that I was stalled out, and I was really mad because I thought nothing was happening.
yeah.
I'm gonna say that's longer than 6 months, man. I'm gonna say it's probably like one of your first
No, because
times online.
Here, I'll show you because I went back and looked. Let me
Because
go back.
it's been 6 months for us with that video that I just showed of
Well, it might have been
700
7 months.
plus.
I think it was 6 or 7 months. But here, hold on. I'll go find it because it was under the lives we did. Because me and Lindy found this. It was under the lives. Okay, so what was this? 2 months. It was 5 months. Because I only did 2 with him. Wasn't that one?
Probably your first one.
No, it wasn't my first one with him because we did a interview was my first one with him. Okay, so maybe it was 8 months. Where did it go? I was in a white shirt. Well, let me go down. Maybe it was longer. I thought, no, crap. Hold on. We'll find it because it was definitely live that I did with Adam. I think it, yeah, it was this one.
No, yep.
See, and it says 6 months right there. It says 6 months.
Hmm.
That was the one right there. So, no, it was 6 months. I was just really fat.
But you even look smaller in there.
No, I don't. Like when we watch it, this is definitely where the clip came from.
it could have been 7 months though, because Adam edits it. Oh, this wasn't a live, was it?
Yeah, live. That was the thing.
Oh, it was live. Oh,
Yeah.
so no, it would be 6 months then. Yeah.
I don't know.
Trying to get it that close up if I can get there. Oh, that was me.
Yeah.
That was, and it was definitely, I was definitely a lot fatter. Quite sure. And that was 6 months
Just look
ago.
at the color of your beard,
Right.
compared to now and then.
Yeah.
I know. And it's weird. My beard got darker. I wish, yeah, you can even see my eyebrows aren't back yet all the way. They were coming back, but they weren't back all the way. They were coming back. And I had that lipper in, and then look at those hog gels. I mean, that was 6 months ago. I was, and the reason why this was nice is because I don't weigh a bunch less. I weigh like 15 pounds less than when I weighed right there. Because
your body's changed so much, though. Yeah.
it must be a muscle to fat conversion. And I really didn't, this whole winter, I didn't think anything was happening because the scale wasn't moving, and I was pissed. I was feeling good. I was feeling stronger, but I thought I'd pretty much stalled out for 6 months. And then I saw this thing and I was like,
wow,
man,
Big difference.
it was. I was like, holy crap. And then I just started looking because I keep getting on camera. Sorry, I'm trying to get this off. There we go. I keep getting on camera and I'm like, why does my hat look so big? Oh no, it's because I got a little raisin head now. Things are shrinking. Yeah, it's kind of funny. But so she goes. Oh, we saw that one. Sorry.
How long does it typically take for brain fog to lift after starting the carnivore way of eating? It's different for everyone.
Yeah, for me, it got better after like 4 months. but it didn't get great until after I primed, to be honest with you. Until I primed, it didn't get great. And now I'm at like a all-time high after taking the iodine. Like I didn't know I was missing a step. But remember when I was trying to fast just at the first of the year and I was getting brain fog from it?
Yeah. Yep.
I couldn't even do it then. The 2-to-1 fat ratio and the iodine were two absolute game changers for brain energy and health. And now I have the opposite of brain fog. I have I have a little spastic little crazy brain that runs fast all day now. It's pretty crazy.
I've noticed a change with having the more tallow. That really helped me.
Absolutely.
After my fast, I lost it. I was out of it. I crashed.
Yeah.
And then I took the tallow, and sure enough,
110%. Have you tried any more? I know Lindy's got a little bit different thing going on because with the lap band is making it hard for you to eat, but have you been able to increase tallow at all? Well, you have been having more butter and stuff and tallow
she's
in
been
your
having
eggs.
those
Yeah, I'm having the egg drink things,
coladas,
and
yeah.
yeah, and I'm enjoying those. They're so much easier to get down. I'm not being sick after eating,
Oh,
which
and
is really good.
you're never home. So
She's
you
out
got to
running
be,
around.
yeah,
She's a
with
bum
all the
now.
stuff that you're doing, you must be,
Yeah.
even if you don't feel it, you got to have more energy because you're tearing it up out there.
Oh, it is. I left yesterday about 5:30 in the morning. I didn't get home till after 10 at night. I
Wow.
worked all Sunday with my daughter at the shop and then went back to her house and helped her with all her admin. And she's like, "Are you tired, Mum?" I'm like, "No, no, no. I'll just go, 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 go the whole time." So that's not an issue. I don't have hunger. Like I'm hardly eat anything. And she's always like, "Mummy, you're not eating anything." I'm like, "I'm just not hungry." So this is where I getting trapped because I'm not eating, I'm under eating. And
Right.
the scales are starting to go up now. And I'm
Yep.
like, well, I'm not eating anything. So, I might have just the egg colada at night time just before bed because I might feel a little bit peckish and I'm scared that my hair's going to start falling out again. So I really want to get some nutrition into me. So I have the egg drink and then I go straight to bed. I'm not feeling full from having meat. If I do have meat, it just comes up because of the stress, I guess. So I don't know.
For
Yeah.
sure. Well,
But
I've been
after seeing your
watching.
video, I just sort of think, okay, don't worry about the scale. It's just, and I can feel
No.
like a fluid in my legs because the stress and all that kind of stuff. So it's probably all water weight. But
Yeah, that's why this conversation's I'm enjoying it right now because it was just today that I even thought about that when we brought that up that we were all witness to me complaining about me stalling out for the last 6 months, and you guys were
yeah,
here when I tried to fast through it, when I tried to prime through it, when I tried to change my fat and protein ratio. I did all of those things, and I was like, it just doesn't want to move. It's just not moving. And even after we do all this stuff and we know better than to listen to that stupid scale, it's hard on you. It's hard on you
yeah,
when you're literally doing everything by the book. You're not cheating at all. You're not having any down days. You've stayed on plan. You're going hard, fasting and doing all these things, and you're doing them all. And your body's just like, nope.
yeah,
Nope, it's not ready.
That makes me feel a lot better when I think about that happened while in my mind, I was stalled.
Right.
Our bodies are clearly, the composition change is just real, you know?
yeah. And you kind of mentioned that you think that your body went into some kind of hibernation over winter. Well, it's winter
Yeah.
here now. So I've had all my weight loss over the kind of summer, and now winter's hit. I'm freezing, like I've got heaters
Right.
on and everything in here. And I think my body's just stopped. But I'm hoping the composition is going to happen and I'll see it in a few months' time. But yeah, the scales are sort of going up at the moment. And it's like, no, go back the other way. But yeah, I just got to let it go. Let it go.
For sure. And you really do, because I just woke up when it got warmer. And when I woke up, I went, oh, like, I'm not kidding you. In the morning, I woke up, I sat up, and I was like, oh, this is how I feel when I'm going to lose weight. Like, I remembered the feeling. I hadn't felt it in 6 months, but there was like a metabolic seasonal change that had switched. It was hot in the house and something clicked.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
same thing. You can just feel it's different now. We're like a bear coming out of hibernation.
We are. For sure. We definitely are. And I knew it that day because I was like, oh, this is the feeling I've been chasing, because this is the feeling, and I cannot explain it. I couldn't even begin to put it in words, but there was a feeling. I was like, oh, this is how I feel when I'm dumping weight. I was like, oh, the sun came out, the sun's coming up early. The sun came out and it's hot out. I'm like, oh, okay, this was seasonal. Happened about 3 weeks ago. And then, you know, what's funny? That was a little bluff, right? And then it got cold again and it snowed a bunch.
Right.
Got hungry, and that was last week. I couldn't fast because it got cold and snowed. My body's
Damn
like,
groundhog saw its shadow.
Yeah.
it did. So I didn't fast last week, which also is good progress, because there was a time that I would have bullheaded my way through that fast because I put it on the schedule. And you know what happens to me every time I do that? I stall out for about 5 weeks, maybe 6. And my body's like, nope, and just freaks out my metabolism. So I did not do this time. Instead, I ate, and I even had some little cravings for stuff. And so I ate them. I made the pork chicken strip things. I'm like, fine, eat them. Who cares? Because every time I do that, then I go do this fasting stuff. It's like it's almost like stressing your body out by not having a few of these things or whatever. And I'm not saying feed it a bunch of garbage. I stayed 100% carnivore. It was just, so I guess I cheated a little bit and I didn't cheat, but I was like, I'm going to let myself have a little bit of Parmesan cheese because it makes a better binder, you know, but I didn't have a ton. And that's first cheese since Christmas. But like, I just know I felt good. It tasted good. I didn't eat that much of it. And now I know I feel good about going into the fast right now, you know, because now I'm fasting again. Me and Lindy and Michael all are. So I don't know. I'm starting to.
I forgot, yeah. I forgot that I agreed to that, but yeah.
You did. So
keep it in my head, yeah.
Yeah, and so we're all going into it, and now I'm like, oh, this is going to be fun, because I like that there's whatever that muscle is starting to get built up, where I can really listen to that and kind of roll into a routine and go, nope, I need to eat now. Nope, I can fast now. And I really feel like I can fast right now. And I didn't feel that last week when there's snow on the ground. So
what are we going? 84 hours now?
yeah, I'm doing 84.
I'm gonna put it into the app. So 84, what does that take us to? Wednesday?
Well, if you just put your start time in and then put your 84 in, it'll do the math for you.
Let's see.
I'll pop it in because I just did it. So 2:30.
Yeah.
I ate at 10. So
I've got my first button. See, 11 hours in.
Oh, nice, because you started yesterday. Nice.
Yeah, started last night. So I'm in ketosis. Your body is starting to break down and burn fat. There you go.
all right. So
I just love the little badges that you get.
9.5 hours in since I ate at 10 this morning.
Beautiful.
Oh, we're going good.
Yeah.
You guys are both beating me because I just. So let's see. We got on at what, 4 o'clock? So it was about.
That kind of sucks. Wednesday, 10 o'clock at night for me to end my fast.
Yeah, it goes. No, you're not going to end it. It'll just go on the next day. I do that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll have to increase that to Thursday morning.
I'm just leaving mine as open-ended. I'll stop when I'm ready to stop. Like, I'm not going to push it.
Right. Yeah, same for me. I'm not gonna, if I can't make it, so I'm not really ready for this, but
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so it'll be Thursday at 4 a.m. Yeah, so that's perfect. So Friday I get to eat.
I'm doing it mainly for my legs. My inflammations come back, like the edema, and I think it's just from the stress. And so I thought a fast might be good to get rid of that water weight.
No, Thursday I get to eat. Sorry, Thursday at 4 a.m. I get to eat. Yeah, absolutely. It helps my legs too, right, Lindy? Like nothing. Those long fasts help my legs the most.
Yeah.
Harry Black's barbecue is everyone's favorite. Difficult to get in sometimes. You can order pickup. That's right, at the convention center. Yeah, we're gonna try Terry Black's, but we're not doing it until the convention's over. And so like we're gonna wait till like, I think, what did we decide on, the next Wednesday?
I've got it all here written down. I need to do a little calendar. I can't remember what night, but yeah, we'll definitely organize it one night. There are a few different plans. Oh, I'm
Okay.
not going to say what night it is.
No worries. Yeah, I just got to thinking about that too. We'll announce it later.
Yeah.
Laughing out loud, you guys are too funny. Thank you for the encouragement. The hardest part is making myself eat in the morning. Absolutely, that does get tricky. But when you prime, you're gonna get over that for sure. That'll get easier for sure. But I'm right there with you.
I sometimes feel defeated because I have not lost weight since before Christmas, but I found out I'm a type 1 diabetic and am on an insulin pump. I stay this way because my blood sugars are amazing. Yeah, my daughter has type 1 diabetes and she did carnivore for about a month and her levels were fantastic, but she's fallen off again now. I haven't asked her what her levels are. I don't want to know, to be honest, because I'm a bit disappointed she's not doing it. But the levels are a big thing. She's having eye complications right now because of her type 1 diabetes, and I really wish she would do that for healing, but to keep going.
Absolutely.
She saw the changes that were happening. It takes time.
Yeah.
I know.
You
But
just got to keep at it, and it'll come around. Look at Amy and SPG and what she's done with her type 1. It's
yeah.
incredible. It does. I mean, you got an uphill battle with type 1, but it does improve.
Oh, she struggled with her levels for 23 years, and the doctors couldn't figure out why she was having these massive spikes, and they would be all throughout the day. There was no sort of rhyme or reason, and she fixed all of that in 1 month of carnivore. But then she fell off, and I don't know.
Life will happen sometimes. That.
Yeah.
Brett, the iodine, Lugo's iodine brand 2% that I'm using is called Earth Harmony Naturals, USDA organic. It looks like this. I can never get anything to.
Good brand. I have Carlisle. Is the one I bought.
Yeah, and the Sea Crow, or J Crows. J Crows is the one I'm gonna use.
Another good.
I have the J Crows.
J Crows. Yep. Lindy, can you eat kangaroos? Is it legal?
You can buy it in the supermarket, but I don't like kangaroo. I've never had it, but they're too cute for me. Sorry.
You know what's funny? Is I looked up ruminant animals, and you know what's on there? Giraffes.
Oh yeah, giraffes.
Yeah, you can technically we can eat giraffes.
Yeah, no.
I'm not eating a giraffe. They're way too cute. And I mean, I'm a hunter, but man, giraffe? That'd be a rough one. I mean, wow. Think of the ribs, though. Man.
I hear kangaroo's very lean. So
think of the neck section of that. You can make a hell of a stock.
Oh boy, can you imagine the stock pot you need for that thing? You'd have to get a hot tub or something. It'd be crazy. The big reds are all males. Oh, so they're also cranky, huh? So they're big and they're dudes. They're over testosterone dudes.
I just joined SPG for the May challenge. Yay! I gained 2.6 pounds since starting carnivore, and I'm okay with it. I do want to lose 70 pounds. Know the support will get me there. Absolutely. Yeah.
Don't worry about that 2.6 pounds.
Nope. It is insignificant. It's you know what's funny is that when I fast, I'll lose. So when I fast this next 84 hours because of fluid and whatever else, I'm going to lose about 30 pounds in the next 84 hours. And then I'm going to eat. And in 2 days, I'll have gained back about 25 of them. Like the scale is so stupid to watch in such a short period of time. It means nothing, especially if you have a significant amount of weight to lose, to gain or lose. If you're going to swing, over 20 pounds, really, you're going to have some pretty crazy
moves.
Yeah, some pretty crazy temporary ups and downs.
And all it's going to do is just play mind games with you. I haven't weighed myself since February.
Yeah. Don't. It ain't worth it. Just
Mm.
feel good and then just stay the course. Let the weight be a bonus. Heal your body and then do fun stuff like where you go and see your older, fatter face in a video from 6 months ago and go, wow, it is
And you see
working.
the change. Yep.
Yeah.
You're not going to see the change if you look in the mirror every day.
No. Yes.
Yeah, it's so weird, isn't it? And yeah, it's
Or
literally
he's using just for men. I don't know.
just for men. If I was using just for men, you would see a little bit of black hair and then you'd see gray roots for about that far. I grow like a chia pet. I tried the just for men beard stuff one time a long time ago, and I was going to use it on my sideburns, but I grow like a chia pet. So I'd have to
do it all
just
the
for
time.
men my face like literally every 20 to 30 hours. I'd have to be adding that crap, you know? And then you get it on your skin, it's harder than crap to get off. And then I would break out when I would get it on my skin. It's like crap on this stuff. It's like putting motor oil on your hair every day. It's crazy.
Yeah, you're making tremendous strides, Todd. You are a great carnivore inspiration.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm working on it. And we're it's gonna be fun to see where we're all at in like another 24 months. The 5-year mark, the Kelly Hogan mark. It's
Mm.
gonna be pretty crazy to see the difference, So we just gotta keep talking and staying the course and keep having fun, eating our meat, making our what did he call them? Pork, chork tenders.
Short tenders. Yeah.
Chork tenders.
Yeah.
Keep making
They sound really good. Yeah, believe
Oh,
me.
that was good. I'll make now that I got it kind of worked out, kind of perfect it, and then I'll make a real video of it.
And
Sounds
freeze them
good.
and ship them to me. I'll
I
tell you
will.
how good they are.
I will. We're gonna stop by your place one of these days. Lindy doesn't know it, but she's gonna become half American here pretty soon. She'll have a jet set life coming to America. We'll come see you and make you some in person.
Yeah, when are you all coming to Melbourne? Gonna come and visit me.
I think that's happening too. So
I can't wait. Yeah,
I'm sad I
be cool.
tried Chicago brand tallow and it made me flare up psoriasis, edema, and ascites. Is that what that is?
Not sure what that is though.
Not sure. Man, Missy, that sucks. Do you think is it tallow in general, or is it just the Chicago brand one? You think? I'm being curious, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
But I think she says that she had another brand, Epic brand, I believe. Here.
Oh, sorry. I was just.
And now I gotta find it again now. She does fine on the Epic brand. So
okay.
Each brand is a little different.
I'll try the Epic brand for sure.
Never heard of Epic brand. Yeah. I don't have a problem with the Chicago. Do you? No.
No, I don't. But I bet it's because we're just not as sensitive as Missy is. But
Right.
Yeah. But that's good. I mean, it tells us that Epic's probably very, very clean. So I'll try the Epic one for sure.
I get mine from Tassie Tallow. If any Australians are looking, they're in Tasmania, and it's all grass fed as well. Listening to hot water at the end of my showers for a few minutes made a major difference on my feeling cold last winter. Okay. Oh, I love it hot though. Oh.
You're gonna have to do some cold shock therapy.
No. That's something I don't want to give up is my hot showers. Like I have it so it burns. I love it.
Wow.
Where are you all from?
I'm from Montana.
Chicago.
Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah, we're right. We're all pretty much right around the same area. Thank God for these video calls, huh?
Yeah, I know. Got friends all over the world.
I posted the link to the app in the chat. It's the Life app for tracking for fasting.
It's pretty handy for sure.
I just had to throw out a whole container of Parmesan cheese because it was moldy. I was really proud of myself because I love cheese, but it did not eat that. It was in the fridge for so long it went bad.
That's
Oh
awesome.
no.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a good sign because I think what she's saying too is no cheese ever lived long enough to be moldy in my fridge either.
Oh, if I had it in my fridge, it wouldn't be there for long. Absolutely. So
For
good
sure.
job. So I
That's
don't buy it. I can't. Yeah, yeah. She was doing well, but she's fallen off the wagon now. So
Needs to get
hopefully
back on.
she'll jump back on.
for sure. That's all
Fingers
right.
crossed.
How many times did we fall off of everything on the way to here? It's a process,
Yeah, yeah.
Stress will knock you off, man. I'm telling you.
for
You
sure.
got
Yeah,
stuff on
she's
your
going
mind. It's
through a
easy.
lot.
She is.
Yeah,
Yes, that happened to me. I could never get my sugars down. I even had a doctor fire me. She said I wasn't doing what she was telling me to do. It was the diabetic
Diabetic
diet. Yeah.
diet.
Yeah. How stupid is that doctor too? You need to follow my orders and go eat sugar and carbohydrates and then yell at you because her advice is stupid. That's how stupidly indoctrinated these people are. Good Lord.
yeah. Yeah, and my daughter, she's always been low carb. She just doesn't eat sugars anyway, so that was all fine. So she did everything she was supposed to, but they used to tell her off all the time. You're doing it wrong because your levels are all over the place. And she was always in tears after the doctor's like, I know I need to improve my HbA1c, but how do I do it? There's just, I just, yeah, threw it back at her.
Mm.
But anyway, all ruminant animals are cute, and I'm sure I'd enjoy the flavor of everyone.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Little newborn beef cows are pretty cute too, for sure.
Yeah, they are.
Honestly, I just go to the butcher or go to the supermarket and I grab a tray and I'm happy. If I have to see where it comes from or think of it in that form,
You be a vegan, right?
Yeah.
yeah, probably. No, I just don't like to think of it as that. So I'm a
Beluga
com-
whale. The fattest meat I've ever eaten is beluga whale. Second was seal oil. Makes you
Mm,
sweat and feel hot.
wow.
That
Or the
explains a
Eskimos
lot.
eat it. Yep.
Because
So it
you might
keeps the
have.
Eskimos alive. Right?
Yeah, I was gonna say that if you would have seen me 17 months ago, you might have confused me with a beluga. So that's why it was so odd.
So is that where the meat sweats come from? Yeah, people talk about the meat sweats. Have you heard
Yeah,
that?
I mean the meat sweats are real. I don't know what it comes from, but if you eat a bunch of, I think it actually comes from gluconeogenesis. I think when
Mm.
you eat, because it's not really the fat sweats, it's the protein sweats that you can
Yeah,
get
your body's working really hard to process it.
to process it and turn it
Mm.
into glucose. Like it's more than you can absorb, so now it's got to break down this extra and do something with it. So I think it's actually gluconeogenesis that makes you so hot.
Okay.
I would guess, but I'm guessing, I'm talking out my butt, but I think that's probably what it is. uh i
Sounds
just
good.
I just started fasting today. I need some healing and a reset of my weight loss stall. Well, I don't know if you're here before, but I thought I was stalled too. And then I look back at a video and my face got way less fat. Sometimes you're not as stalled as you think you might be, but
Yeah,
it's just a
composition.
yep, for sure. But definitely, yeah, I mean, man, I would have been, I know where you're coming from because I was there for years and I was just like, I'm gonna fast because you just get frustrated and you fast. But now I've personally seen too many times when I forced these fasts and it screwed up my metabolism. So I would definitely make sure you're doing a nourished primed fast before you do it because that's been making all the difference for sure. I don't know, man. I used to do those fasts and then because if you force those fasts, the weight just comes back on when you're done and your metabolism. It's almost like you're challenging your body to put the weight back on because it's like, okay, we're starving to death because you weren't nourished when it happened. And then when you come out of it, your body's like, okay, we got to get the weight back on because we know we needed that to get through this drought we just went through. That could happen again, and you just put it back on, and it slows your metabolism down. That's happened to me so many times that I was like, man, what's the trick? And now I can fast and lose weight and not, I'll gain water afterwards, but it's like the average graph just keeps going down because I'm not fighting it,
I think it's important not to white knuckle. If you're white knuckle fasting, that's no good. So maybe do a bit of a mini prime, 3 or 4 days, just eat 3 meals a day and then try a fast and see how you go.
For sure.
But
Jack in the Box
checking,
Burger fast food in Cali 40 years ago was mixing beef and kangaroo. Whoa.
I think I remember hearing that story. Oh,
I think I do too, actually. Was it back in the 90s? Did you say? I remember
40 years ago, so that would be
40
back
years,
in the 80s.
80s. Public was pissed when they found out.
Hey,
Wow.
I know a pizza place around here back in the 70s used to use cat food for their sausage on their pizza. And the garbage man found out about that. And man, they weren't open very long after that. Cat food.
Oh,
The garbage man went and opened up the thing, and a bag broke, and it was all full of cat food cans, and they were using that as sausage on a pizza. Hey, well, let me tell you, the pizza was fantastic. It was a great pizza.
Oh my God.
It was called the Spaghetti Factory. Back in the
Wow.
70s.
And you guys ate tons of kibbles and bits or whatever it was. Gee cow. Wow. Do we read this one? Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
That's crazy. Wow. Man.
Would you recommend priming and fasting routine if you only had 30 to 40 pounds left to lose?
If
I'd
your
recommend priming
if
if you
your
had,
metabolism is down, yeah, definitely.
yeah, I'd recommend priming no matter what, and then fasting only if you have weight to lose. You don't want to fast if you don't have weight to lose.
But don't be discouraged if you gain a little bit of weight while priming.
Yeah. Yeah, you're just gonna heal. Like, I mean, I keep saying it, but my freaking eye grows back when I was doing that. My eyesight healed. My hair started growing back on my head. My lymphedema healed up. I got stronger. Just everything got better. So, yeah, definitely.
I'm pretty boring. I just stick to beef, pork, lamb, chicken, some fish. Keep it simple. You don't need to be, eat all these different types of meat if you don't want to. Enjoy
All
what you're
I
eating.
all I pretty much eat now is beef and eggs. That's it.
Yep. There's nothing wrong with that. You do you.
For sure.
I won't eat squirrel or anything like that. I have eaten barbecue rabbit as a teenager and a young adult. My husband was a hunter. We ate deer and occasionally a wild hog. Cool.
Had rabbit. I've never had a squirrel. I know people that have eaten squirrel. I just, when they start looking like rats, I draw the line. But absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. I love that everyone's from all over.
For
Too.
sure. Yeah. Nothing there, there's nothing new under the sun. The division is a thing made up by the news and by big governments. It's not real,
It's just difficult that we can't all meet up. Like all the meetups in the US, I'm a little bit too far for those. So yeah.
We need the what was the beam me up Scotty thing on the Enterprise? What did they call that? Transporter or whatever?
Transporter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just need, I mean, when we get one of those, like let's stop
I
playing
know,
around with
right?
let's
Yeah.
stop playing around with the auto driving cars and let's just make transporters and we won't need them.
Sounds
You know?
good.
I ate beef, eggs, butter, salt, a little bacon, and chicken. Yeah, I do all that except for the chicken, the pork. Even though I had some today, is only like when I just am looking for a change up. Even the bacon, I don't do a ton, but I eat a whole bunch of eggs and a whole bunch of beef and the occasional salmon.
Yeah, do like a bit of salmon once a week.
Yeah,
And I have lamb. I love lamb.
I got to start putting that in the rotation too. I'm going to start putting more lamb in the rotation when we get back because I'm
Yeah.
going to start making I want to make a like a gyro sausage.
Gyro.
Yeah. And I think that's going to be good.
I
Could you
told you how I
imagine?
made my lamb. That was awesome. I
Look
took the
delicious.
ground lamb with the lemon and a little bit of oregano in there.
So
That's
dinner at
good.
Michael's house. What time should I be there?
No.
Michael's fasting.
What is the gyro meat? Is it lamb and beef combined? Yeah. So why? I mean, think about this. I'm just throwing this out there. But what if a guy was to make a gyro sausage made out of lamb
Sure.
and beef?
Just you don't even have to make a sausage out of it. Just make a meatloaf out of it.
Right,
Same
you
thing,
could.
and slice it.
I know, but I'm trying to make sausages because I want to make them like portable. Listen,
Oh. Meatloafs
let
are
me.
portable.
I know, but if I make the link sausages, I smoke them, right? So they're slow cooked and smoked, and then we make like a tzatziki sauce to dip it in.
I'm on board. I'm good. Let's do it.
I mean, I know that there's a little bit of dairy in tzatziki sauce, but other than that, it can't be that bad for you.
It's Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt.
I love tzatziki sauce. Good Lord, I could eat.
It's good. Yes.
Whoa. Yeah, we got to try that. And we got to try a gyro sausage and tzatziki sauce. Woo. Hey, DC.
Hey, DC.
We're sitting here, fat kid dreaming about food
Tzatziki
Yeah.
sauce.
as we're going on a fast. What are you doing, DC? We appreciate it. Everybody go check out Learning to Live. DC's got an awesome channel and an awesome story. It's amazing. Yeah.
I'm thankful for you guys. I appreciate the words of encouragement. I didn't want to weigh myself for this very reason. I sleep better, having more energy too. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just enjoy the ride. Feel great.
Absolutely. I'm going to give you a 20,000 foot overview, but basically, priming is eating like you're lifting weights. You eat like it's a workout, and you do it on a kind of a schedule. And the idea is to eat with a purpose, more than you're ever going to want to. You're going to think you're overeating, and you do it for an extended period of time. And the whole purpose is that it'll raise your metabolism, and your body will start seeing the available nutrients, and it'll start healing you. But it really is a workout. Priming was harder to do than starting carnivore. Priming was harder to do than getting over the carb cravings. Yep. But once you do it, it's super healing, and it's a kind of a protocol that we went through at the Steak and Butter Gang, and it works very, very well.
I need to start the fasting protocol from SPG, but I'm not sure if I'm ready.
Don't force it. Yeah. And it's funny. Try it. And even if you fail, then go back to priming. And I'm saying that because that's what I did, because I didn't want to believe it, but I ended up priming for like 6 months. And it was because I was like, all right, I must be good enough. I'm going to go fast. And then I fasted, and it caused me problems because I wasn't ready yet. And I was like, dang it, I thought I was ready this time. And then I go back and fast. And then I was starting to wonder if I was doing it right. But also, it did help a lot when I upped my fat to the 80-20 by calorie, or 2-to-1 by gram fat to protein ratio. And when I did that, I finally got there. And now I finally know what nourish fasting is, because it's the easiest thing in the world. Like, it's super easy, no brain fog, no struggle, no dips in energy, no feeling bad. You still sleep great. You have great energy, and it's easy. And that's what it's supposed to be. But it's not going to happen overnight. And also, you do have to kind of test it and fail. And I think it's kind of a muscle you got to build up. And I don't know. I finally got there, but it took some time, and it's only been like the last 2 months or so. I'm like, oh, so this is what they were talking about. This is way more like it, because it's so funny. They say don't white knuckle fast. And then all these times I thought, because it was getting easier, I wasn't white knuckle fasting. And it wasn't only till I got to here that I realized, oh, those were all white knuckle fasts that I did before. What do you think, Lindy?
Yeah, I didn't fast for over 15 months. I just couldn't do it. So I just had to work, just do the priming. And because I have the lap band, that was a little bit difficult, but just I still attended all the meetings and I still learned so much from it. So just watching other people go through it, I felt more comfortable about it when I was ready to sit down and do it myself. So you don't need to do the protocol, but it is good to just sit in and listen in on the meetings, learn about it, listen to other people's stories, what their struggles are. You still resonate with a lot that they talk about in the groups. So definitely it's value for money, worth every penny. Whether you do the fasting and the priming, I wouldn't be scared of it. Just go in. There's no pressure to do anything. So
For sure. We're not for the birds and fish. I'd wear a t-shirt with vegan beef remnants. vegan beef remnants. I like that ruminants. I like that. That would be perfect. Yeah, no joke. I mean, really, we are vegans, right? Because all of our food is vegan, the most vegan.
Vegan fed, yeah.
Yeah, and also, I don't think anybody in the world is doing more work to stop cow farts than us. I mean, we're all eating all the cow fartings, So, I mean, really, we're doing good work. We're keeping the cows from farting. So, I don't know what the problem is.
I eat my feelings with the silhouette of a cow, lamb, goat, or pig.
Uh,
Oh dear.
Many of them did that.
wow. I don't want to think about that anymore. I was
Dogs,
hoping I
too.
didn't eat one of those. Oof, man. I'm struggling with the food. I'm tired of eggs, ground beef, starting to get sick of steak, really struggling.
Fast.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, if you want to love these foods, fast. Go ahead and fast, because if you're eating because you're bored or whatever, just fast and it'll make all that food taste really good. Also, if you're only saying that because you're craving things, like that'll happen to you too if you're craving things, or if you still have things in your diet like artificial sweeteners and stuff, that'll make that stuff taste bad too. So if you're getting a fatigue, then fast. But if you have cravings and you're really saying that you'd rather have these things, something's making you have cravings and it's making you not want these things. In which case you have to stop eating those things and eat these things like crazy, and that'll go away. But if you've been doing this a while and you're pretty set on it, then I would say fast. You're gonna be praying for a day to eat some eggs,
Yep.
What do you think, Lindy?
Yeah, focus. It's nice having that food freedom, not wanting to eat, until I'm hungry. When I'm hungry, I just the quickest meat I can get and just stuff it down my throat, and then off I go and do other things. Like I hate being ruled by food. So I don't think about food anymore, and I love that.
Mm,
So yeah, I'd love to know how long you've been carnivore for.
for sure.
What's your why? Why are you doing carnivore? Is it to cure some, autoimmune issues or to lose weight? I mean, everyone has a why. Is it strong enough to keep you on track?
Correct.
I mean,
Right.
yeah. But food shouldn't be focused for us anymore. You eat to survive, not live to eat.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny, right? Because I'll go for a long time without even really thinking about food. It'll come up and I'll be like, "Oh, I gotta eat," and I'd be like, "I'm going to my go-to. I'm gonna make an omelet because I'm gonna get my eggs in." And I did that. I've had an omelet every meal that I've eaten for the last 12 days has been an 18 egg omelet with a little bit of bacon in it. And I was doing that because that's just what I was doing. Also, what a money saver when you're just eating eggs and a little bit of bacon. Wow,
Yeah.
is that
Yep.
cheap? But then for some reason my body must have wanted something. I'm like, oh man, I really want to make those pork chicken tenders, and dip them in a little bit of Frank's. So I had a little bug up my butt, but I was pleasantly surprised. I ate them twice. And man, that craving's gone and there was nothing wrong with them. And I feel ready to fast right now. So we're doing that fast, but I don't know. I think it's about perfect. And isn't it great? I didn't have to go to Taco Bell and Pizza Hut and street tacos and all this stuff to get it fixed. I just had to put some pork rinds on a piece of pork and eat it, you know?
Right. 'Cause you haven't
Yeah.
had it in so long, it tasted great.
Yeah, it was delicious, you know?
Sounds great.
It's really good.
I wish I was there with an instant transporter too. I'm disabled, pretty much bedbound, though, as I appreciate the internet for connecting with people. Yeah, it's
I get
so
that.
cool when you can connect with people all over the world. It's awesome.
Yeah, you can definitely get there too,
Yeah.
for sure. No, well, I think we've all been pretty much in that spot. So and we're all coming back
And
from it. So,
coming back, and it's a short trip to get back too.
yeah,
It's not as hard as you think it is.
No, you can do it for sure.
Yeah.
Time last year, we were all a mess. Well, for me, I was.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
9 months.
17 months ago, I couldn't get to the bathroom. I mean, it was crazy.
Cooking show with Michael next. Yay.
My cooking is very simple nowadays.
Yeah.
Long time ago, I would make a big thing of pistachio, and that'll be a cooking show.
Mm. Don't make me hungry.
You know what pistachio is?
Well, I've had it. I don't know what was in it, but I've had it at restaurants.
It's good stuff.
What is it? What is in it?
It's like a Greek lasagna.
Right, but I didn't know what was actually in it.
You got goat cheese. You got beef. You could probably the pasta is what kills it.
Right.
Pasta, if you don't put the pasta in there, then
But that was with the white sauce or the white creamy stuff
with
in
the
it.
eggs. Yeah. That's good
Yeah,
stuff.
it's delicious. Yeah, I don't we had a Greek restaurant here called It's Greek to Me, and I used to eat there all the time. They had awesome food. I'm like, man, this stuff's good. Like, who knew, that yogurt sauce would go.
I'll tell you what. If you made the pistachio without putting the noodles in there, and just made with the topping,
What if you
could really do it?
You know what I've been wanting to do? I seen this and I really want to try it.
The egg wraps.
No.
The noodles. Okay.
That'd be all right, but no. You know what works better for those noodles is like thick cut ham lunch meat, like or like think about thick cut prosciutto for noodles. Oh my gosh! If you use thick cut prosciutto and did that, did the same egg, cream sauce, and beef on there. Oh boy!
I mean, love prosciutto.
Prosciutto is great. Prosciutto tastes more like bacon than bacon tastes like bacon. I don't know how it does it. It's like bacon is an imposter. They should have called, prosciutto bacon, and then they should have called bacon like, light prosciutto light or something.
She's saying the same thing, using chicken or turkey deli cuts instead of pasta.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking. Great minds think alike, Holly.
Or you can use those shells too, those egg shells, or make your own.
I had the egg, I don't know. I'm thinking of the egg wraps, and they smell.
I'll be honest. I think without it, it'll be great. Just to have that flavor. I'm gonna have to try that.
Yeah, you should. There you go. You should do that exact thing. I saw you, Brad. I was on there. I said hi to you. It looked like a heck of an area. I was like, man, that's a beautiful spot to have a meetup. I just had a meetup here in Indianapolis. 23 people came, and it went so well. We had some stuff to give away, and everyone had a good time. Going to plan another one in a couple months. Man,
it's awesome.
If there wasn't so many things going on, I'm like, I got to get to one of Brett's meetups. That's awesome. But we're going to see you in a month. So
yeah. We'll have our own then in Texas.
For sure. But that's awesome. I'm glad that went. You did a great job, Brett. I was watching some of it. It's awesome. I loved it. What do you call that? Is it gyro, Euro meat?
Euros.
That's what I call it. Euro meat. But it's got a lot of fillers. Yeah. See, that's why I think we can make our own, right? Like I make what I call a sausage, but I call it a carnivore sausage, and it's just the bacon that I use with ground beef that I use, and I chop up the bacon and I mix it with the ground beef, and to me, that's sausage. It's like a sausage. I love it. It has a heck of a lot of flavor because we're adding all that extra bacon fat to the burger. You've seen those pictures of those bacon beef sausages I make. Those things are delicious.
Yeah, I've seen them when I was on a fast, and I'm on a fast again. I'm going to look at them again.
It's only because we're always fasting because we're hardcore at this carnivore stuff now. We're old champs.
Mm.
Is it possible to eat too much fat? Yes, but you'll know it. Yeah, look at those. Look at those things. Those are, and yes, that's some pickled jalapenos in there because I'm a little bit of an addict, but those things are delicious.
They look fantastic.
So good. So good. And I'm like, if we can do that with just bacon and hamburger, think about what we can do. We can make the Euro meat, but make it without the fillers. Like if we do it ourselves, for sure. If you eat too much, you're gonna have diarrhea. So it's kind of self-regulating.
It'll go through you. Yeah.
Absolutely. You'll know.
Fasting has been,
yep.
has been shown to benefit weight loss, blood sugar control, reduced inflammation, and cellular repair and longevity. Yeah, definitely good for healing. In a nutshell. Have any of you made carnivore bread?
I don't know why I click and I see the stuff. You go for it.
Just curious what your experience with it may have been, if anyone has made it. I haven't made carnivore bread because it's something that probably wouldn't be able to moderate, so I stay away from recipes.
Scared of it too, to be honest with you. I look at it.
Looks great. Looks fantastic.
Delicious. I'm just like, I don't want to get back into the habit of eating sandwiches and hamburgers and that thing. I don't want it in my life because I'm very happy making other things. I mean, that's half the reason why I hadn't tried the pork panko until just this week, because I didn't want to get into breading things, but I'm finally to the point where, and I was very, very happy because when I first made those, they tasted so good. I'm like, I'm going to eat all of this. That was the first thing that came into my head. I'm going to eat every bit of this. And I didn't. I ate half of it. I was satiated and I was like, okay. And I fed the rest to my dog because she was begging like a little jerk. So she got freshly made deliciousness. But, so now I'm thinking of it. I'm going to use that just like I use cheese, and it's going to be just for, like an absolute little treat kick here and there, but it's not going to be on the regular menu. And not even if it didn't do anything bad to me at all, like even if there, because I don't think it did. I have fantastic energy from eating and I didn't eat enough of it. And it had a ton of fat in it. So that was good. But even so, I like having it in my back pocket as like I'm not going to call it, it's not a cheat meal, but it's like a treat meal,
Right.
Mm.
And so I like having those few things in my back pocket as a treat so that it gives me the same brain feel as when I used to have to fall off of a diet to cheat, Now I can have treats and it's the same kind of brain feel.
Kung Po Kitty.
We know what the secret sauce was now. It's terrible. Climate Tars, exactly. DC, you missed it, but on last Saturday, or no, I think you actually came in. I think I saw you in the chat there for a second. Sorry, Saturday was crazy. We had Shauna Steele on, and he brought like 800 people in the live stream with him. But there was a nurse in there that was saying all this crap, but it was pretty funny, and we ignored her because we had way bigger things to do at the time. But she hates my guts now because I was, daring to buck the narrative of the white coat clowns, But what was funny was she was touting all of her accolades, like all of her advanced degrees and stuff. And I was sitting here going, you're just, first of all, she touted all of her accolades about how educated she was in the indoctrination colleges. And then she was defending Angela Keys. Right. So that's strike two. And I was like, man, if this lady's wearing a climate change hat, we got the hat trick and she needs to go into a home somewhere like the village idiot. And they don't know it. It was so funny. I was laughing. I'm like, she thinks that this is a flex, right? That she's getting all these accolades because she's putting all this crazy crap out there that she's, like if we were all just a little bit dumber, we could all go to college and learn how to vomit up the stuff that we've been brain fed, like that's all these people do is regurgitate information that they've been, literally brainwashed with. So it was pretty funny. I'm like, that's not the flex that you think it is, lady. You're not making anybody better. You haven't lost 500 pounds like Lindy has. You haven't cured cancer like DC has and rebuilt his lymphatic system and his immune system. It's like this is not the flexes you think it is.
Lindy, has your daughter done intermittent fasting, being a type 1 diabetic? Not really. Just every now and then she'll skip a meal, but it's not really planned or anything. So, no. Step 1, start fast. Step 2, talk about delicious sounding food you can't eat for the next hours. Will you have time to prep for your next meal? Yeah.
Exactly. That's what happens. It's like, you know, I don't know, there's that adjective about, there used to be diets where like, you know, don't think about the purple elephant. Don't think about the big purple elephant. And that's all you think about is the big purple elephant, you know?
Step 3 will be these two switching photos.
Exactly. Especially if we're out of sync on fast. Like if I'm finally done fasting and Michael's on a fast, I'm gonna purposely make the best looking steak I've ever made in my life. Tell him how I do it, Michael.
Yeah, it looks really good. Yeah,
No.
You messaged me and asked me if I'm fasting, and then before I even respond, you're sending me pictures. All right. I went up to SPG and I had a steak video playing behind me. Yeah, sure. I just thought of it at the last minute, but
he did. I was fasting, so he put a green screen of steaks being barbecued, so I had to look at it the whole time I was in a meeting. Yeah. Yeah, layers of fried egg sheets. You guys are genius. Michael's definitely a genius. I think I would lean toward, I don't know, I always lean toward the ham or the prosciutto. Like those prosciutto crusted quiches that I made. Those were tasty.
Yeah, those look really good.
Yeah, nice. I was keto for 4 or so years a while back and made lasagna with lunch meat for the noodles. It was a good substitute. There you go. All right, next cooking video. I request a lasagna with prosciutto.
Yes.
Instead of pasta.
Michael, you're on that. Because Michael's doing the Greek lasagna. What did you call it again?
Pistachio.
Pistachio.
Okay. All
right. Or if you tell me how to do the innards in a carnivore way, I'll put it together with the.
I got my Yaya's recipe.
There we go. So we can make that happen. All right. I think we caught up with everybody, and we are 3 hours and 20 minutes into this thing.
Overtime.
Man. Oh, we got to do this. We got to give a shout out to Brett. That's huge, dude. Congratulations.
Well done.
That's so cool. That's awesome, Brett. Congratulations. That's a big one. That is a real big one.
Now I'm going to go unsub and knock you back down to $9.99.
See, this is why I show Michael food pictures when he's fasting, because he's a little bit spiteful. We got Carnivore Scott in the house too. Everybody go check out Carnivore Scott's channel. You only showed up 3 hours late, Scott. We are all doing great, Scott, but we are wrapping her up because we're tired. I'm tired. I hopped on a call since I've been on a camera call since 10 o'clock this morning. So we are wrapping it up. We got DC. One thing I love about Carnivore is easy and time saving. You're all making it complicated and time consuming. Oh, for sure. I know we are, but 99% of it. But we have YouTube channels just like you. The people want to see our carnivore genius in action.
I just want to watch Todd and Michael cook. That's all, because I don't want to do it.
This is about content more than whatever. I mean, DC, I just ate 13 omelets in a row for my last 13 meals. So I'm definitely not making it complicated. But today was the day I made, what do you call them?
Chorkin strips.
Chork strips.
Yeah. I made chicken strips out of pork loin and dipped them in Frank's Red Hot. And I used the pork rind crust and egg yolk for the crust, and fried them in tallow, and they were delicious. Let me tell you, man, they're good. But yeah, that was just because I'm fasting now for 84 hours, and I wanted to have something that wasn't an omelet before I went into the fast. So, but
And
yeah,
you actually
awesome.
cooked it live on SBG because we had that chat and we were watching him making his little porky things.
Did you see how fast it went?
Yeah, it was very quick. They're all
Didn't
wanting
take
to know
long.
how you had the camera angle. So
I know. I was proud of myself because I'm like, I'm going to make
yeah.
it live, and I wanted to practice for the YouTube channels. So I just put that up there, and I made all of that. I cut up all the things, made the batter, made the dredge, heated up the oil, did all that stuff, and I think I had them all cooked, all 10 of those. Yeah, whole loin. I think I had cooked within 35 minutes. So
Yeah, it
that's
was
pretty
very
quick.
quick.
It's quick.
Mhm.
Mm.
So for a setup and doing it on video and throwing it all together.
You're fast at cooking, but you're slow. Your delivery sucks, man. I'm still waiting on that pizza from 2 weeks ago.
Working on it. You guys haven't even seen part 2. Okay, I do have to give you guys what happened to the brisket that's being sous vide. So if you want to know what happened to the brisket, I cut it up, I vacuum sealed it. I was really mad that brisket was hard. I couldn't find the fat vein. But anyways, I did all that, and then 2 days later, I was like, okay, I'm going to put this thing in the sous vide so it'll be done. And then Cosette ran out of chuck roast that day. So I was like, oh, what am I going to feed Cosette? And I was like, all right. So I cut open one of the bags of brisket, and then I realized it was kind of a tough brisket. There was some tendons in there. So I ended up cutting up that whole 20-pound brisket, and she ate it. I ate that whole 20-pound brisket since you guys saw. So I'm going to redo the brisket video so I can show you the brisket chili next week. But yeah, Cosette ate the brisket that I spent all that time. she,
Spoiled puppy.
she is.
Spoiled puppy.
Thank you so much. Oh, that's what's funny. You know, I used to drive Uber. I did over 7,500 rides on Uber before I got sick. So
He's the boober.
I am the boober. That's another funny story sometime. But I was known in my town as the boober because of a story. But
It's
appreciate
on
you
one of
all.
our shows. Huh?
Did I tell it? All right. Yeah, I am the boober. Apparently I told about it. But let's see. I just want to make sure we got everybody. Yep, we got everybody. We will see you next week. We have got some interviews coming up that we're going to be bringing in soon. And then we've only got 4 more weeks, and you're going to be seeing us live from Texas. We're going to be. I got to thinking about this. We're talking about what we're going to be doing, and we know what we forgot to schedule into Texas on Sunday.
What's that?
700 plus and counting. We got to do a live stream from Texas on Sunday.
We can still do that in the morning before the SBG presentation.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do it. It's probably gonna be later in the evening when we get back, but we have to do on Sunday night. We have to do a 700 plus.
Yeah, all the time zones are different.
Yeah,
you'll have to drive there. I don't know.
Yeah, no worries. But I forgot. Well, we can't skip our Sunday show. We got to do because we would miss an opportunity of a lifetime to do one sit next to each other.
Yeah. So we do. When do we do them normally? It's your Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so
Monday morning.
Yeah, Sunday at 5 p.m.
Okay. Oh, we do it Monday. No,
I know we did it at 4 p.m. today.
I'm so confused. This time zone's really freaking me out.
I know. You're in the
It's
future.
easier when you're over here. It's easier when you're over
here. For sure.
Yeah, you just tell me where to be and I'll be there.
For sure, but we're gonna have to pencil that in. We're probably gonna be later than normal when we're in Texas because we're gonna have to. That's the presentation day and everything. And I don't know if we might be doing 700 plus and counting from a park doing a fundraiser or something too. I don't remember what's going on that day.
I'm sure we'll be able to rope in some other carnivores to join us too.
For sure.
Heaps of people around us.
We are. So so what episode was this? Was this episode 29?
This is actually episode 30. Whoever numbered this one numbered.
Yeah, I thought it was episode 30.
Because Sean, I didn't number that one, so I just
No, that one wasn't part of 700 plus. I wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
But last week's was 29.
I thought this was 30 as well.
Oh,
So,
okay.
but
Oh,
it's
I didn't
fine.
number that one either, though, did I? Because it was an interview. My fault.
It's fine.
We'll
Fire.
fix it. So it'll be episode 35 or 30 or let's see. No, we're gonna be there. Yeah, it'll be episode 34.
34.
Yeah, so episode 30. Yeah, episode 34. We're gonna be in Texas, so that'll be pretty fun. And we're gonna fix the numbers on this one so it's not confusing. Yeah, Brett will be there.
Hey, I seen that tornado in Oklahoma. What about that one yesterday in was it Nebraska? That huge one?
And that's terrible. I used to live in for about a year. I lived in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, and we seemed like I spent half the spring in a bathtub because of a tornado in that house.
Wow.
That's awesome. But yeah, so coming up in about 4 weeks, we're going to be doing a very fun live as well. So that's going to be awesome. We're going to have all sorts of lives. We're going to have lives on top of lives. So that's all coming. That's family down there. But I appreciate y'all coming. This was a fun time. And sometime here this week, I'm going to do a members only live for you guys that have joined the members only. I appreciate that. And I'm going to try to get back to some cooking videos here too and make one or two of those. Probably just one, to be honest with you. Oh, and you're going to see some new shorts and stuff coming out on my channel as well. So that's going to be fun. Anyways, I appreciate y'all. What do you guys got anything to talk about that you got coming up?
No, you're doing all the talking, Todd.
Yeah.
As usual.
I'll be working at the shop all week. So all good. Thank you everyone for coming.
All right, guys. Have a good week.
Yes.
Bye.
Ciao.